Hello, everybody. Welcome on in. Happy Wednesday. We got tea brewing here. We're steeping. And I never really know what the right word is. Is it steeping? Is it brewing? Is there a difference? I mean, you brew beer, right? And I guess I only hear of steeping in relation to tea. So is that the technical term, you know, when the water is percolating through the tea and all that? I don't know. Deep questions for Wednesday the 16th. Hope you all are having a good day. And if not, well, I hope we can provide some relaxation and entertainment for the next few hours. So I said this last stream, but a reminder, I probably will not be streaming next week. Got family coming to visit, so we'll be hanging out with them rather than having the time to stream, unfortunately. So it'll be nice to see family again, of course, but I will miss you all very dearly. But we should be back at the latest. Not this coming Sunday, but the Sunday after. So I guess a week and a half from now. And if I get the time and inclination, you know, maybe I'll try to fit in an extra stream next week, you know, next weekend before that. Who can say? Certainly not me at the moment. So yeah, so today will be, I'm hoping we can get through a lot today. However, it does feel like a lot of times some streams of this game, we make a lot of progress, and other streams, it feels like we're just kind of crawling through dialogue. So just the nature of this game is what it is, but we'll see how far we get. And I think what we're going to do is just blast through our task list tonight and see how far that gets us. So we should be gone for 2-3 hours, I think, is my vague kind of plan. So yeah, I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and switch on over. There we go. Let's continue. I think the last thing we did was we got our well, I was gonna say our cursed dice, but no, that's not it. The last thing we did was we tried to break open the ice cream machine, the frozen ice cream machine, because it contains an item that the woman in the abandoned church needs to do her calculations. We failed that skill check miserably, sadly. So, yeah. So, before we start going directly through our task list, I did want to check something over here. Here. There's a locked door over here. And I wanted to see if I can open it. So we're going to take a quick detour. We'll zoom out here. It's early in the day, 10:16 in the morning, so we have plenty of time to get things done today. We are on day 4, for what that's worth. I don't entirely remember how many days there are in this game. I mean, part of it just depends on your playthrough, but I think there's a max number of days. Not sure. We'll see. Can we do this check? Conceptualization. Even odds. Let's try it. Why am I looking at this wall? It's a wall, an ordinary wall. Why must we stop to look at this wall every time we pass by? We have business to attend to. Yeah, who can say? All right. All right, so do we just need another bit of tools? Maybe these chain cutters? Maybe that's what we need? No. Pry bar? No. I thought we had this, but let's just try again just to make sure. Nope. Yeah, can't get in that door. Don't know what the deal is there. So, all right. No worries. So right, helping Suna with her project was why we were trying to open the ice cream maker. So, all right. Offer figurines to Dolores Day. I think we need to buy figurines, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll go sell some stuff too while we're at it. We haven't really visited the shop in quite a while, so this will be a nice excuse to go ahead and do that. I mentioned it before, but lately I've been watching the anime Neon Genesis Evangelion. Last night I made a bunch of progress in it. Also gonna take the tea bag out of the cup here while I'm talking. Yeah, yesterday I watched a bunch more, and about 3/4 of the way through the show now. It's getting very good. The first half of the show was certainly interesting, and it held my interest, but it was kind of slow. It was almost getting repetitive a little bit. But starting in the second half, very, very interesting and very good. And it feels like it's driving towards a specific conclusion. This definitely feels like a show that has, I'm hoping, I mean, the jury's still out, but it feels like it's going to have a specific beginning, middle, and end. So I'm looking forward to seeing it, seeing how it turns out. I think it's going to be very dark. I'm not expecting a happy ending for any of these characters. It seems like a main character might have died in the most recent episode. I'm not entirely sure. I'm scooping some honey out for our tea. We got the tea bag out. And we're going to stir that in. As always, you can hit the bang tea command if you want to see what tea I'm drinking tonight. Yeah, we're going to stir that a little bit. I've been playing with the temperature a bit more for my teas. Lowering the temperature has had a really, really good effect on how much I've enjoyed tea lately. But I've seen other suggestions for specific temps, so I'm still playing with it and dialing it in. I'm not entirely sure that it makes a huge difference, but, you know, not a big deal. So we're going to buy some figurines, I think. Maybe we're just going to try to grab all of these. Assuming we can. Oh, hey now. These look like Renee, the old guy who was playing Patanke. This is what the loyalists look like, yes, at first. Then they wised up and got camouflage. Okay. Figurine in rags. Okay, I think we picked up all the ones that are specifically available from right there. What do we have here? Boom boxes. Right. Wasn't there a t-shirt available to buy here? There is. +1 physical instrument and +1 shivers. How much is this? $2? Okay, sure. Why not? Right, $700 for this street light. Can't afford that. All right, let's try selling some stuff.
Hello, hello. Let me know if I can help you with anything.
Oh, the boombox I bought, it should play this tape, right? Of course, it's in working order still, isn't it? Just pick your tape and set it spinning. It all starts with the tape. Oh, okay. I forgot I picked up a tape, unless it's the sad song we sang karaoke to. I'm not entirely sure. But okay. Let's sell some stuff. Access your pawn menu. Okay. Empty cassette case. We can get rid of that. Got a figurine. We want to keep that. Banged up fuel canister. I feel like... I don't know. Should I keep that? I kind of feel like I should keep that. Alright, let's get rid of the postcards. Have yet to find any other use for those. We have our cursed die. We want to keep that. Let's keep that. Blue medicinal spirit. That's good for $8. That's tempting. Giant novelty check. Worth nothing. Worthless in a punch. Oh boy. Delightful. Okay. I don't think I want to sell anything else right this second. I have some armor. Oh, right, we do have some armor. Got this cuirass. He steps back away from the glass. Oh, no. I don't need bloodthirsty mercenaries knocking on my door looking for their missing toys. Besides, this gear costs a fortune. There's no one in Martinez with that kind of money. Okay, so we can't sell the armor that we have. I have a photo of a corpse here. Do you know what the tattoos mean? We're still asking about that. I don't know. I don't know who else we can ask about the tattoos, unfortunately. Can't buy any or can't sell any clothing. All right, I guess that's it. Okay, I guess we're done here. All right, so what is next on our task list? Get yourself organized. Oh, right. we're sniffing out communists to recruit, so I guess if we run into any, we can say hi to them. All right, we have a bunch of stuff with the people at the church. We're kind of locked on that for now. We can inspect traps. Maybe we'll do that. That might be a good idea, actually. Kuno, empathy check. Ah, okay. All right, let's do that. Let's do that. We'll do a Oh, hello, gentlemen.
That's one brutal motor carriage,
Says the young man with piss beep written on his back.
If I were a real skull now, I'd jack it, paint it in palm tree livery, then bottom light it, neon style.
His companion wears a simple yet elegant slogan: "Fuck the world."
a snazzy shit-ripped skullmobile like this would make a fine trophy. We could, like, hang fucking shrunken heads from the side mirrors. Cops' heads. Scary tribal shit.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, tribal shit. A cop carriage like this would have proper skull value.
While I appreciate the interest you take in my brutal motor carriage, I have to stop you right there. The RCM takes threats directed at its property seriously.
It's true. Maybe don't smash up police cars if you can help it. Or at least have a very good reason to do so.
It's just theoretical work, Copper. No basis in reality. Man, if we were certified skulls right now...
Skulls. Now there's a strong organizational title. Who are you?
I can tell you who we're not, cop. We're not snitches, flow bears, or skulls.
Flow bears. All right.
Which is not to say that the skulls are bitches and... On the contrary.
So the voice actors said flow bears, and they forgot to like bleep it out to make it look like, you know, the F word, the slur.
The part of this presentation you want to take home with you, cop man, is we're not part of the skulls yet.
It's kind of charming that this game got a big final cut, and that there's all these little bugs in there. You know, it's all like very minor stuff around like text and dialogue and stuff. So I'm okay with it. It's kind of charming. Okay, then let's indulge in some intellectual exchange. These young men seem eager to share their beliefs. All right, who are the skulls? You don't know? What kind of cop are you? It's not a question. Don't get into it. No, I really don't. I don't remember anything, gentlemen. The Skulls are the most vicious gang of the Besmertny. His voice rings with excitement. Besmertny, or the Besmerty, the Immortals, are West Revacholian crime syndicates. The nastiest bunch of psychos ever, jacking carriages and getting into high-speed chases. Possessing an infinite amount of fuck-all swagger, infamous for their nonverbal modus operandi. Well, nonverbal seems to impress them, so let's say nothing. Kim says they usually occupy the burnt-out quarter in Jamrock, or you can find them loitering around their brightly painted, bottom-lighted vehicles. Oh, I can't wait to become a skull. Bottom lights are wretched aggressive. Do you know anything about the murder that took place here? Murder? A man was hanged in the backyard. Yeah, sure, we'll gladly tell you everything we know about it. He clears his throat. It was a man. Also, he was hanged. Anything else? He was hanged from a tree. Thank you, that's so helpful. So helpful. Yeah, I mean, duh. These punks don't know anything. Let's just move along. Hey, stop right there. How does one know anything? Oh. Ah, this sounds like epistemology. A field so occupied by thought that it begins to question thought itself. I know that you don't know shit. Exactly. How can one know shit? For example, how can one be sure that there truly is a body hanging behind the hostel? This is the kind of existential questions that ruin me. What if it's an art? What if it's art? Or just a mere specter? Maybe it's true. The hanged man is merely a prop in a performance. We are the audience, and the artist is hiding somewhere in the dark? That could be the case, yes. A brilliant work of art. We are the art cop, after all. The lieutenant raises an eyebrow, but does not comment. Do you guys know Cindy, the skull? Oh yeah, Cindy's a right proper skull. I forgot that, or maybe I didn't even know that, I'm not sure. The young man's eyes glaze over, his voice filled with longing. Yeah, the other guy lights up too. A true artist of the future, just like Arno van Eyck. By the way, if you see Cindy, give her our regards, he adds, returning from whatever void he was just visiting. Absolutely. For all their nihilistic posturing, these young men are not lacking in youthful idealism. Well, it's kind of wholesome? I don't know. The lieutenant on your left is unusually lenient towards them. Interesting. I see you kids are into hypnotic dance music, much like the ravers back near the church. Oh man, yeah, he exclaims, then stops himself, processing the rest of your question. We're not fucking kids, man. Be wary of the abyss, his blonde friend adds ominously and points to his temple. It's a threat, the lieutenant answers for the two rebels, an impotent threat of violence. I just wanted to talk about music, and now there's a conflict all of a sudden. It's too much. That's right. the young man says, looking unsure of himself. You should back off and let silence rule supreme. This is ridiculous. The lieutenant gives you an irritating glance. Boys, do you know why the gang is called Skulls? Yeah, the skull symbolizes the embrace of death and nothingness, present in all of us, the vehicle of our future operations, death and nothingness. They're called skulls because when you're shot dead in the middle of the street, the skull is the only part the stray dogs won't eat. Just trust me and follow my lead. So, boys, do you want to feed the dogs? No reply. The blonde rebel scratches his chin, deliberately not focusing his gaze on anything. He looks very uncomfortable. Maybe we'll be able to steer some kids away from gang violence. The other one shuffles uncomfortably, nevertheless, continuing to steal glances at the lieutenant's motor carriage. Why aren't there more skulls in Martinez? The Union does their share of policing in Martinez, at least where gangs are concerned. That's why there isn't much organized crime around here. Don't you worry about that. We're going to make up for the deficit. I don't think you are. Yeah, we are. The young men exchange approving nods. Your rhetoric is confusing. Are you a part of the Skulls or not? We're not franchise Skulls. Well, not yet. Once we get our name out there, we'll have a chance to join them. I see. But in a non-threatening and definitely legal way, the other one quickly adds and whispers something to his friend. We'll fuck the system from the inside later. Just be cool now. The damage will be tenfold. Oh. Right on, fuck. The blonde agrees and provocatively spits on the pavement. So what's happening now? Enough about this scullery then. He throws a longing glance at the Kanema, which is the car. Well, what's with the jackets? What about them? Why does your jacket have a slur written on it? Well, first off, it's a statement and not necessarily something that characterizes me as a person, even though the statement has character. And I do like piss, he says. The word epitomizes the struggle taking place in the world, things being defined as they seem, not as they are. And, I guess, it's also about communal spirit, the future, and truly appreciating our differences. Okay. Also, you've got to admit, it catches the eye. And since the Grand Piper is slowly but steadily moving towards basing the economy on it, attention, it is imperative that the medium itself convey the message. I feel like we're talking about the internet and social media here. Right, makes sense. What I mean by this is we are all bleep, and that the world is inherently meaningless. Well, I mean, sometimes I feel like that, but not right this second, you know. Trying to roll up my sleeves here because it's kind of warm. We've been avoiding most of the heat wave that's been hitting the west, but it is going to be like in the 80s and 90s coming up here soon in a few days, so that's pretty hot for us. We do have AC in this house, but a lot of apartments, when we first moved here, the apartment we moved into did not have AC. We had to buy a floor unit, and I grew up with AC. All my life I've had AC. I've been, you know, privileged enough to have that be the case. But I've always been comfortable with the heat, or at least since my teenage years anyway. And when we moved out to Oregon, as I said, the first apartment we moved into did not have AC. And so it was weird adjusting to that. You know, we bought a floor unit, and we would put that like in our living room, and I think we'd move it into our bed. Would we move it into our bedroom? No, we would just kind of direct like floor fans to kind of blow the cool air around the apartment, which helped. My wife has a lot harder time with the heat than I do. It's a lot tougher on her. But you know, Oregon, or at least Portland, let's say, I don't know about the rest of the state, but the Portland area and the coast especially has a reputation for being very mild. But my impression is that it's gotten a lot hotter in recent years in the summer, and there are a lot of places here that don't have air conditioning. And it's really tough in those places. I really feel for those folks. The place we're living in now does have AC, which is quite nice, but it's still, I don't know. I'm still aware of it, you know, that there are a lot of people around here struggling with the heat. Just checking something here. Okay. Anyway, sleeves rolled up. I'm still drinking hot tea because it's delicious. Sometimes I'm in the mood for like iced coffees or cold coffee drinks, like frappuccinos or whatever. But like a lot of times I just get a hot coffee. Doesn't matter the time of the year, time of day. I just love coffee, and hot drinks are like the coziest, most comforting thing. Anyway, back to the video game. It seems that the young man has a certain expertise in at least one field, even if it's narrow. Why do you have "fuck the world" written on your jacket? Like I said before, many men keep searching for the one, for so-called true love, which is actually just obsession masquerading as kinship, the thrill of the chase, the hollowness that fills your chest cavity after catching it. I'm wondering if the poetics come with the jacket, or are they derived from something else entirely? To catch fish, you need to hurl the lure many times. And even then, it isn't certain that you'll get anything. If you blow up the lake, though, it's a terrible metaphor. You get more fish in a shorter time. And, for time is of the essence and fleeting ever so quickly, one must think of a way to fuck the whole world and not get caught up in fucking someone. Oh, okay. Because when one fucks everything, he fucks nothing. And that, to me, feels glorious. Sticking your dick into the void. Sure, buddy. Do it. Hate to admit it, but in a weird way, he's got a point. I don't know about that. Is it a coincidence that here we have 2 badass jackets and 2 badass cops? Hey, Kim. Yes? What do you think about their jackets? Leather jackets adorned with immature writing? The ideology they convey helps the boys justify poor choices in life and fashion. The lieutenant shrugs. I'm not a fan. Sure, the jackets are scaring you. That's cool. That's cool. What are you implying? The lieutenant looks confused. Which one would you wear, Kim? I'm not sure I understand you, detective. Come on. Neither. Come on, Kim. It's just a mental exercise. Fine, if only to end this discussion. Theoretically, if I were a juvenile delinquent, if I were to already be down that path, I think piss blank is the stronger of the 2 statements. That works. I feel more like a fuck the world kind of guy. Sure. Seems about right, the lieutenant remarks, especially considering your heroic exit attempts. Oh, that's an origin story for a dynamic duo right there. So are we done here, or... One of the jacket owners asks impatiently, "You don't need us around for your secret whisper party, do you?" Half-light. Legendary, check. We have a one-time shot at doing this check. Let's see if we can boost our half-light skill before we try it. Gosh, half-light. This is minus half-light. I was gonna say I don't think we've done anything that calls for that. But okay, we've got the fallen gloves. We have accumulated quite a bit of gear at this point in the game. Physical instrument. We might need that later. Okay, I guess that's all. All right, well, we'll try it.
That ride is...
Hey, piss.
Hey, we got the jackets. No. Don't ask anything. Be subtle and scary. The boys dream about being skulls. Use that. Boys, with those jackets, you're going to be the Skull Kings in no time. What? No. He quickly looks around. Skulls don't have kings. He pauses. I think. And we're not even in yet. Yeah, man, keep your voice down. Skulls don't take it lightly when folks pretend to be them. We're not even prospects yet. prospect. Must be a hierarchical term, probably in the lower end. Not even prospects and already aspiring to be kings? Wow, you boys are ambitious. The lieutenant's voice rings over the plaza. Only prospects and already planning a coup in the skulls. You're destined to go far. He gets it. Passive-aggressive flattery. Shut the fuck up. The youth presses through his clenched teeth. There's panic in his eyes. Are you trying to get us killed? Now bring it to the jackets. And yes, start shouting. Yes, we want to be a cool killer skulls too, like you guys, but we don't have skull jackets. Please be quiet. Not much is left of the nihilistic rebel at this point. The young man before you is scared out of his mind. What do you want? The jackets? Skull King, make shrunken heads out of us. Fuck you, man. Take them then. He looks around the plaza. People are noticing him now. You offer us your jackets like that, it'd be impolite to refuse. Oh, man. His shoulders slump under the weight of sadness. Okay, he says finally. I get it. Skulls don't really wear slogans anyway. This was stupid. Fuck, the other one sighs deeply. Oh, look at these dorks. The lieutenant watches the boys take their jackets off, with mild amusement. All right, let's give him the jackets he wanted. I'm absolutely okay with not having either one. Thank you. Why not? They're a pair. We could really raise hell. Go undercover. Hard. This case doesn't require us to go undercover or raise hell. In fact, I don't think jackets will be useful at all. I just wanted them to not have them anymore. See, Kim's wholesome. He wants these kids to do good, you know? Cold-hearted cops. Still, it's good to know we have a pair, in case the need arises. The need will not arise, Kim says. Pity. The jackets are meant to complete each other. If a man were standing alone on a street corner with piss blank written on his back, it'd just be an individual that has taken a liking to urine. And fuck the world all on its own is, frankly, generic. That's fair. I don't know, Eric. It's cold out. The dark-haired young man just stands there, defeated. The wind blows. Yeah, the blonde man replies. Let's get out of here. The cops fucked us. They do that. So, let's take a look at these new jackets. This one is +1 drama, -1 authority. This one is +1 half-light, -1 rhetoric. So we don't really need either of those right this second. I mean, +1 drama is not bad. But, yeah. Let's, let me see here. I want to boost our empathy if we can. I don't know that we can, but we're going to try because we have a legendary... Whoops. We have a legendary check with Kuna we want to try again. So let's see if we can't boost that a little bit, if possible. Don't know if we can. I will say futzing around with this gear is probably my biggest criticism of the game. It's not fun. You know, it's just not fun. If anything, I wish I could make like gear sets to, you know, boost certain stats and that kind of thing. Well, this boosts empathy. Okay. Okay. All right, let's go say hi to Kuno. Find out what his deal is, I think, is the quest for that. Could be wrong, but... Not the quest, sorry, the dialogue choice.
Necromancer pig? That shit was dark. Going in there like that. Oh, brutal shit. Tell me. Kuno dies. You gonna pick one out of his brain like that too? Kuno's gonna go out in a hail of bullets. Gonna look like a fucking porcupine.
I think Kuno likes us a little bit now. I talked to Manana about that armor. Oh. Task complete. Oh. Huh. So, he raises his eyes, projecting aggressive indifference. he told me you promised to sick the pigs on him. Yeah, so? He doesn't understand. Kuno did sick the pigs on him. Kuno's a man of his word. Kuno sent your fat ass running around like Jello. Shut up, Kuno S. Look, pig. He's suddenly all business. Kuno sent you to rough some people up. Kuno played you. That happened. Now you and Kuno should move on. Okay, Kuno. Good idea. Yes, let's move on. Yeah, that's what Kuno said. Don't be saying what Kuno said back to Kuno. He throws his hands in the air. Get the fuck out of here, parroting Kuno. After this shit, you better have something real interesting to say if you want to stay in Kuno's face. Yeah, real interesting. Figure out what's going on with this kid. All right. 92% chance. I mean, that's pretty damn good. +2 because we shot the body down like badass. +3 because he saw you find the bullet. And +1 because we talked to Kuno S. So basically, he does like us a bit. So let's find out what's going on with this kid. It's not Kuno, it's Kuno S. Interesting. How? Kuno S is by far the worst of the two. Kuno has no problem being near you, but the other hides behind the fence, afraid for her life, like she's done something very bad. Also, Kuno hasn't stopped talking to you, even enjoys it from time to time. When you talk to the other one, it's like talking to a cornered animal. She only hisses and says murder was the case that they gave her. All in all, Kuno respects Madness. You cannot hope to outdo her on that front. You must win yourself a few minutes with him alone. All right, let's try to separate them. Kuno. Psst, psst. Fuck you whispering about, he whispers back. He's whispering too. He's going with it. But watch what happens. Fuck you whispering about. She puts extra stress onto that word, expecting it will make you uncomfortable. If Kuno wants to whisper, he's gonna fucking whisper, okay? He turns back to you and hunkers down. Let's whisper, pig. This is it. You've got him. But be careful. You can still fuck this up. Don't make Kuno look bad in this. I'm not sure what the right option is here. Gosh, okay, this is stressful. When the game is like, you can still fuck this up, like, that doesn't, like, calm me down. I don't know. Let's go with number 2. What's up with her? She's terrifying. Crazy scary. Crazy? He whispers tensely. You don't know the half of it. She's not crazy. She's insane. Dangerous. She smoked a man. She's done people in, probably even pigs. I mean, that is scary. Stop talking to him. Kuno, I'm fucking warning you. You're going to get us into shit. She understands what you're trying to do. Is she older than him? We don't know anything about this girl. Like, she's apparently insane. Whatever that means here. But, I don't know. This whole conversation is kind of interesting. Yo, see? He pops his head up. Did Kuno not tell you? Kuno told you. Kuno talks to whoever he wants. Talk, pig. Kuno's got it under control. He hunches down again. Okay, I think we're doing well then. You did it. They're separated. He's even turned his back to her so she can't read his lips. Fuck, she can read lips? You should cup her mouth. All right. Hopefully we can go through all these, but okay. What do you mean she smoked someone? Kuno means she killed someone. That's right, C's a killer. He stares at you intently, like actually a killer. His little green eyes are fixed on yours. He's meant everything he said before, but right now he not only means it, he is sincere. You serious about this killing business? I guess we'll play the adult here. I don't know. Killing is serious shit. Kuno's always serious about the 488. The 488? The criminal code doesn't go higher than 190. She's probably killed a pig, too. I mean, I'm pretty sure she has. Okay, how many cops has she killed? Forget Kuno said that. Kuno was just shitting. Kuno was just running his mouth. Kuno's stupid like that. He feels eyes on the back of his head and stops. A cop would be too large for her to overpower, but a determined child of her size can still kill the vulnerable, the elderly, the homeless, or other children. The creature peers at you both from over the fence. There's something searching in her eyes. The way they describe her throughout this game is very dehumanizing, and I feel like we're learning why. But it's an interesting choice, right? Like, she's a murderer, and apparently a remorseless one? I don't know. Kuno, do you think it's possible that she killed other children? Kuno falls silent. He does not look at you when he replies. Kuno, that's what Kuno is starting to think. Yeah. He usually looks you straight in the eye. A little something just crumbled there. Don't move your head. Just from the corner of your eye, look at her. Okay, let's look at her. Though her friend spoke too low for her to hear, Kuno S is not smiling anymore. Do you think she has anything to do with the dead man? I mean, no. Of course not. Yeah, she would have liked to fuck him up, but she didn't. Kuno wasn't around. And C was with Kuno. Alright, well, where were you? Look, Kuno's gonna put you at ease. We didn't do it. Thanks, Kuno. He speaks the truth, my liege. I do like that this drama facet of our personality is like our truth detector, our lie detector, I suppose. You said she's insane. Yeah, she's psycho. He leans in even closer. None of that kitty psycho cat burning shit. She does the real deal. Alright, what's the real deal? Snuff radio shit. Leave me, pig. You don't want to know. And he doesn't want to even think about it. This isn't just another boast. Alright, what's that weird language she uses? Fuck knows. She says it's the song of her people or some shit. What people? Crazy people? The fucking Nakis? I don't know. It's Suruese. The Suru are an indigenous ethnic minority in the social democratic powerhouse Vasa, on the tundra and taiga-covered Isola of Katla. Far, far away from here. As far as possible, really. I actually feel like this isn't important. Yeah, not important. Sure, interesting things aren't important. Only your cop thing is. I think our brain is mad at us, but that's okay. Is she your sister? Fuck no, she's not my sister. She's just a stray who got in, like a mad dog or some shit. Stray? Yeah, she was just there. He points at the apartment building behind the fence. What was that, Kuno? The little one twists her neck, looking at the building. She was in the hallway, dripping wet. Kuno flinches, then lowers his voice even more. By the fucking shoe rack in the dark. We're talking about Kuno S, right? I think. A shoe cupboard just off to the right? Have you been to this place? That hallway there with the janitor's closet? Yeah, that's the place. She was just balled up near the closet, psycho style. Alright, why was she dripping wet? Kuno's got no fucking idea. Her hair was all wet. I think she pissed on the floor, too. She was there for 3 days in the corner, every time Kuno went out. How did she get in? I don't know. Someone left the door open. Kuno comes home and she's sleeping under the desk under a pile of clothes, like a dog. What about your parents? Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit. Doesn't even see her there. Or thinks it's fucking Kuno. He points at himself. Shit's all on Kuno. Okay. How are you dealing with all of this, Kuno? How's Kuno dealing? Kuno's dealing just fine. He doesn't need you fucking with any of it. C doesn't either. Kuno's got this shit under control. He spits through the gap in his front teeth. You need backup. I'm here for you. Listen. Listen. He points to his eyes, then yours. C is Kuno's go-to. Kuno's protecting her. You fuck with C, you fuck with Kuno. You threaten her. You threaten to take her away. This is what it all comes down to. He needs you to take him seriously now. Okay, all right. I'm going to kill you. I'll run when you put the cuffs on her, sneak up on you later, and fuck you up. You understand? The boy looks you in the eye, black pupils trying to focus. I can respect that. All right. He wipes the sweat off his brow. Now we can do business. Okay, business. Yeah, what do you want? Kuno can hook you up with. He starts, no longer whispering. Don't hook him up with shit, Kuno. See, relax. He respects the Kuno. Kuno made him respect the Kuno. You respect the Kuno. You get all kinds of shit. Sweet. Kuno's gonna get you hooked on illegal narcotics if you run a little errand for the Kuno. Get you hooked, pig. Get his hook in you. Then Kuno's gonna get you hooking for more. Cash in big style. Pig hooker. He's being very honest about his intentions here. It's a little odd. See, it's tension and release with Kuno. Now we release in. He pulls on his tracksuit trousers. The pant buying shit, that's on now too. 90% discount for Kuno's pig. Kuno can flex. Oh. Kuno flexes for hobos. Kuno sees you're in need. He spreads his hands like a baker presenting the goods. A smile spreads across his flushed face. Well, okay, these are +1 physical instrument. And I feel like we need that, but we are running low on money. All right, let's just buy it. Here, pig, we found now. Performance buddies. Kuno unzips his jacket and pulls the pants out of the plastic wrapping. Kuno can already see you soaring through the air like a fucking eagle. He looks at you with pride. Pig's in Kuno's debt now. Money debt. Money debt doesn't mean anything. He's just saying words. You're not in his debt. What was that about you running an errand and illegal narcotics, Kuno? Kuno gets it from his dad. Kuno and his dad are major suppliers. His eyes bulge, their veins reaching out like tree branches. That's where Kuno gets his lightning on. Or does he just steal it from his dad? Problem is, Kuno and his dad had a little falling out. Now Junkie's clawing at Kuno's door. Street's going mad. Kuno's got to throw his dirty popo man at it. Okay. Dirty popo man is you. In there is Kuno's violent dad, on steroids. Kuno's dad does steroids and speed. If you can take him, you can have half the speed. Okay. Who is your dad, Kuno? Kuno's dad is a fucking monster, he says proudly. He's the most violent man in Revachol. He doesn't give a shit about a single thing. He drinks, too. Are you sure you can take the most violent man in Revachol in your condition? Well, how much stuff are we talking about? Like half, he says very confidently. Half of what? A baggie, but like in this vial. That's half a gram, sir. Okay. Half a gram? Yeah, the confidence is unwavering. Half a G, want it or not. That's not a lot. Not a lot, Kuno. Fuck you talking about? Half a G? This shit is giant, grade A shit. So clean you can barely see it. Okay? You can barely see it because there's barely any. Alright, I made up my mind, Kuno, and this is what's gonna happen. Okay. I'm going in there, all guns blazing, to get that speed. Because I need it. Alright, pig, you can plug him, but you can't stop him. It'll only buy you time. You just said we can shoot his dad. Just get in the apartment building. Kuno knows you already fucked your way in. Kuno knows everything. He aggressively points at his eyes. Go to room number 12, first floor, and kick down the door. Police violence style. Kuno style. And then it's action time. You're locked in the room with the violent fuckhead. That's it, he concludes. Next time Kuno sees you, you better have his shit. Kim's like, what the hell are you signing us up here for? Come on, Kim. Obviously, I'm not going to take it. We need to get drugs away from a minor. We'll be the goodie. Okay, then, he concedes. All right. Let's level up. I want to put a point into physical instrument because we need to open up that ice cream maker. And putting a point in will unlock the physical check again. So, gonna do that. That's pretty easy. I thought there was something relevant here, but no. Can I click here to navigate? No. Sadly, no. Okay. All right. We need to run all the way back around and back to the apartment building. Okay, can we get in here? I believe so. I wonder if we'll find anything about Kuno S now that we know she hung out in that janitor's closet. I don't think so. I think this is what it's referring to, but... Alright, this is where we're going. Let's go ahead and save. A shabby door hangs oddly on its hinges, secured to the doorframe with a safety chain. An unpaid energy bill is attached, threatening to cut off the electricity. It's addressed to Mr. Uno de Reuter. Looks like we found where Kuno's dad lives. And the place comes with 3 months' worth of utility bills. Let's knock lightly. No response. The apartment numbers have fallen off the door, leaving the panel with a sticky one-shaped shadow and a marker drawn too. You'll need to equip chain cutters. Okay. That's easy enough. Oops. +1 from the cursed die we're carrying. It is really interesting seeing where that is benefiting us. So far, it's always been a +1 to very random skill checks. Okay. The lieutenant looks worried. I know there's no stopping you, but let's at least make this quick. Master Investigator, you just can't keep yourself away from locked and hidden places, can you? It is my duty as a cop to investigate every square inch of this world. We gained a thought, the Jamrock Shuffle. Attaboy. The world's secrets were made for you. They wait patiently for you to uncover them. Hell yeah. We love finding secrets in our RPGs. Oh, okay. Well, we didn't kick it down, but that's fine, I guess. All right, what do we got? Money. We like money. Revolutionaries love to pose with their guns. What does that mean here? Kuno de Reuter is the name on unfinished homework. Oh, that's how you spell his name. Kuuno. It's from 2 years ago. Here's some snoring. A phone book lies open on the table, covering a stack of utility bills. Right next to it, in plain sight, sits a small bottle of amphetamine, conveniently equipped with a straw. Lieutenant, I've located psychoactive substances on this table. Good. Confiscate it. The minuscule amount of amphetamine doesn't interest the lieutenant in the slightest. He listens instead to something in the other room. Okay. Click the speed. What do we have here? Glossy erotica covers the wall, wrinkled from moisture. Alright, let's head in here. The air stinks with something sour. Let's take some jeans. Why not? A bundle of clothes heaped on the bed. A stained parka, some towels, and a duvet. Some socks, even. In the dark, it looks like a nest. Hold up, Lieutenant. Look at that pile of clothes. The lieutenant has covered his nose. Let's slowly reach out our hand. Something underneath there is breathing. Keep extending your hand towards the pile. Your hand touches a greasy duvet covered in cigarette burns and ketchup stains. You hear a growl. There is something alive underneath it. Let's do it. Pull the blanket off. You see a 60-year-old fat red-headed man passed out from large amounts of alcohol. God knows what else. The smell of shit rises from his mouth. Ugh. You don't have to take him down. He's already down. Is this Kuno's father we're seeing? Well, judging by the color of his hair, I would say yes, it is. The lieutenant's right. The man's unwashed hair bears a familiar ginger tone. Even the hair on his chest is coppery. The light from the window falls into his half-open eyes. Doesn't look like he's gonna fuck anyone up anytime soon. No, it really doesn't. The lieutenant tilts his head. This looks very hard to recover from. This man won't be feeding his family anytime soon. Not that he was, but the lieutenant thinks to himself, at least he won't be beating his son. A pair of half-open bug eyes is staring back at you from the dark, empty, and frozen. It's clear that the person behind them is not awake. This is serious damage. I'm still not sure he's not dead. Fucking... Suddenly the man starts growling. 3 words manage to escape his mouth, along with a strong stench of alcohol. Look, he's trying to communicate. Should we help him somehow? What is there to do? We could turn him on his side so he doesn't choke on his own vomit, but he's already on his side. Okay, let's just nod. We could take him to Remedy or San Baptiste, but he doesn't have money for medical services. The almshouse would turn him down. They don't do charity for people who are trying to kill themselves. Besides, he'll be dead in a few... The lieutenant stops, listening to him. Years? Months? Weeks? The pile of blankets grunts miserably. Let's figure out what he's trying to say. The man groans once again, but his tongue keeps failing him. It's impossible to make out the syllables. A hand emerges from the blankets, trying to gesticulate something. And then it dawns upon you, clear and surreal. Pigs, he says. He's trying to call you pigs. You're awake. He's awake. His hand falls back on the bed, limp and defeated. A loud snore escapes his mouth. He's asleep again. At least he got to say his piece. I think we're just gonna leave. Right, we got the... Alright. We got the drugs. Let's just run out again, I guess. Too bad we have to run like all the way around just to get back to the courtyard to talk to Kuno. I do still really love the soundscape in this game though. Like the music, the sound of the water, like, I don't know. It's a very moody game, and I really enjoy that about it. I have a feeling like I'm never going to play a game with this kind of mood again.
Fuck, does Kuno care?
I took care of the drug situation. All right, so you got Kuno's kilo. He rubs his hands together. Here is how we do it. First, you give Kuno Kuno's kilo, then Kuno gives you half back. That's how we split it. It's the best way. Street way. Aren't you gonna ask how I got past your dad? Word on the street is you sent your little friend in dressed as a hooker, distraction style. That's some sick shit. He nods approvingly to the lieutenant. Word on the street, huh? Okay. Okay. Not a single muscle moves on the lieutenant's face. Kuno wants to hear all about it, but first we split the kilo. Then we shoot the shit. Oh no. Oh, okay. What do we choose here? Well, by kilo you mean gram, right? Kuno knows what Kuno means. Okay. Kuno means gram. Do we give Kuno the vial? Do we keep it and say you don't need drugs, or do we keep it and say I'm going to do the drugs? I don't remember what I did here last time I played. I don't know. Let's give it to him. I know this is a weird game, but we're going to give the drugs to the kid. Whoa, that's heavy. He waves the minuscule bottle around, then slips it into his coat pocket. Out comes another similar vial from the sock above his running shoe. Here you go, more than half in there. Kuno's fucking honorable like that. Oh, okay. There is no movement on the lieutenant's face as he stares intently at the trash container. Now tell me, how the fuck are you still alive, pig? Kuno, I met your dad. Yeah, you do some Sambo shit, sneak in. Is the hooker thing real? I don't even know. I don't know what to do here. Do we tell the truth? Your dad is half dead. He was sleeping, or do we like? I don't know. I feel like it's kind of interesting to go along with him in all this. Like, I don't know. Let's do that. It was what you said. Kim dressed up as a hooker, full drag, distracted him. The lieutenant flashes you a sharp look, but doesn't say anything. Only his tightly closed lips betray the effort keeping silent takes him. Fuck out of here. Kuno made that shit up to demean you. His eyes move between you and the lieutenant. Look, pigs, Kuno gets it. You don't want to talk about it. Close quarters combat shit. Kuno doesn't want to talk about it either. Combat trauma shit. He adds after a few seconds of somber silence. Kuno, your dad is a half-dead alcoholic. He was sleeping under some clothes. What? His eyes become large and round. His posture changes. The swaying rooster motion stops for a second. Then he gets it going again, reorienting himself. Fuck right, Kuno's dad was sleeping like a bum. Kuno told you, Kuno's dad doesn't give a shit about anything. Fucking breaking and entering shit, that's nothing to Kuno's dad. You got lucky, pig. Kuno knew this. Kuno's fucking violent fiend dad's been drinking hard lately. Kuno knew you have a way in. Narrow window. Kuno window. You don't gotta be scared of him anymore. Kuno's not fucking trying to be tough, he pushes on bravely. This shit is real. Kuno's fucking violent dad's gonna be a vegetable. Kuno knows that shit. Stroke shit, stomach fucked up, and Kuno's gonna go out like that too. Gonna be just like Kuno's violent dad. Speed shit, crime shit, fucking on the bed. Go out West Revachol style. This is dark. This is sad. Stop saying all this sad shit, Kuno. The whisper comes smaller than usual. There's a touch of grief in there. Fuck are you talking sad? Kid breathes in and out like a boxer. Kuno's got hard shit. He punches the air. Death shit. Nothing shit. You don't have to turn into that. I don't know here. Get your fucking non-ass out of here before Kuno fucks it dead. You think you brought Kuno 1 gram of speed? We're friends now? Turn into... Kuno ain't turning into shit. Kuno is that shit. Kuno won. You won, Kuno. The relief is palpable. The little hat jumps up and down behind the fence. He did not win. There's a crack in there now, and it's spreading across the face of his certainty. I looked around in there. It's not the easy life you've got going on in that apartment. The fuck do you know about Kuno's life? Kuno's got plans. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, we got plans. Okay. There's a textbook with your name on it in the apartment. Yeah? So fucking what? Nothing. That's right, fucking nothing. There were tons of bills, unpaid bills there. Fuck right there were fucking 3 years or some shit. Get a job, buddy. Fuck that shit. Kuno's gonna move underground. Le Royaume shit. Ancient shit. Kuno's gonna live in a fucking catacomb. Really? Yeah, in a tomb, Kuno. The little one seems overjoyed at the prospect. Okay. You can discuss the body? Is there anything else? I guess not. Alright. Interesting. So we leveled up. We're still mulling over this thought. By now it's clear you like to look inside containers. You like to open doors and see what's behind them. Maybe secrets? Maybe more juicy containers? Let's be honest, you like all containers. Trash cans, utensil trays, manholes, coat pockets, secret containers left behind by the Philippian kings that hold forbidden relics. Okay, you haven't come across one of those yet, but one day. Wait, is that why you're so hell-bent on opening containers? Do you think you'll find the Holy Scepter in the Orb of Montaigne? Okay. Let's go ahead and forget Guillaume Le Millon. Not really doing anything for us. And let's try to learn, internalize the Jamrock Shuffle. Okay. Ah, right. Okay, we're still investigating the dead body that we found on the boardwalk. We called it in, but we wanted to call the library because we found a library card on the body. So let's go ahead and do that. We could have done that earlier, but I forgot. Yeah, here we go.
This is Precinct 57. How may I assist you?
Oh, right. Okay, we have two things to do here. Did you find out more about the owner of the armored brutes? Sorry, sir. Try calling back later. Okay. Connect me to the public library. I've got Central Jamrock Public Library on the line, and I've already introduced you to their librarian. Connecting the call in 2, 1.
Yes, this is Central Jamrock Public Library here. How can I help you, officer?
He sounds worried, yet ready to assist. This is how people get when the police call. That's probably true. Looking for any information that you can provide on Billy Majon, a reader?
Billy Majon, you said. Give me a moment, I'll have to check our database.
Okay.
Yes, hello, are you still there? I found Billy Majon's home address, is that alright? No phone number, unfortunately.
They're too poor to have a phone line. Okay. That's fine.
Here we go, sir. Rue de Saint-Ghislain, 33B, apartment number 20. It's in Martinez, I believe. Capeside Apartments, it says. That's all.
Oh, the apartment building. Okay. That's where the smoker on the balcony lives, isn't it? Oh. Do you have any more info on this person? It says here that they returned their last book just a few days ago, but I wasn't at work that day. Do you know someone who was? Marie? He covers the phone with his hand and yells out into the room behind him. Marie, do you remember a reader named Billy Majon? They returned a Theobald book the other day. You hear someone answer from afar. Yes, it was my colleague Marie. The librarian is speaking into the phone again. She said that it was Billy's husband who returned the book. He also asked for this new sci-fi release, Lose Radio City 87, but we don't have it yet. Good, you have a name now. So Billy Majon is a woman, not a man. How did your colleague know that it was her husband? Marie knows Billy. She's been working here longer than me. Sometimes her husband returns some books for her. And then goes for a little drink later on the lookout, where he died. That's unfortunate. Do you know the husband's name? Sorry, no. Marie only knows him by sight. Okay, Marie described to me what the husband looked like. A moment passes. She said it was an older man, and that she's pretty sure he had had a drink or two the last time she saw him. Well, what was he wearing? 1 second. Librarian turns away and relays a question. Sorry, she wasn't really paying attention to that. All right. Well, thank you. Okay. So, where does that leave us? Do we need to go talk to the smoker again? Go to the apartment to deliver the bad news. Okay. Sure. We can do that. Ah, no, can't get there from here. Bummer. Okay. Keep walking around. Keep walking around. For an RPG, this has a very small area, and I wonder if the only reason they did this was just to make it feel bigger. You know, just to make it take a little longer, so it doesn't feel like you're just zipping from one end of this area to the other without really being able to do anything else. I don't know. Who can say? All right, let's head up to the balcony. That's this way. We were looking for room number 20, or apartment number 20, I guess. Oh, maybe it's this one. A weather brown door. The number reads 20. Something smells good. Soupe l'oignon? The lieutenant motions you to go ahead and knock. Okay. Hello, who is it? A voice calls out from the other side of the door. And someone turns down the radio. Is this Billy Majon's home? This is the police. Please open the door. The police? A moment, please. Give us a moment. You hear shuffling inside. Tidying up, nervously. There's fear in her voice. She unlocks the door. Come in, the door is open. Oh, okay. I can't imagine having these kind of conversations with people. Oh, this is the woman we spoke to earlier. We were like, oh, your husband must be missing, right? And it turns out... same brand of cigarettes you found in the trash next to the deceased. Windows covered in old newspaper clippings. Can't they afford curtains? Apparently not. Packages of humanitarian aid macaronis. They're quite poor. Some leftovers kept warm on a stovetop. Smells like buckwheat and onions here. Feel bad just like poking around in our house. A chalk-drawn height chart for children's growth over the years. This is a children's room. 2 children? Textbook for high school. Mathematics, trigonometry mostly. Posters of contemporary pop stars adorn the walls.
It's you from the book stand. Did you come to bring my cockatoo back?
She smiles nervously before the smile vanishes from her face.
I don't think I introduced myself properly. I'm Billy. Would you like something to drink? Tea? Lemonade? We're out of coffee.
The lieutenant has taken off his foggy glasses and is busy cleaning them in his handkerchief for now. You're on your own here. Condensation from stepping inside. 1 second, guys. Just checking a message real quick. Okay, be right back, guys. This will be just a minute, but I'll be right back. All right, yeah, we're back. Thanks for hanging on there. Okay, let us continue. All right, we have this incredibly difficult conversation ahead of us. Okay. He must feel vulnerable without his glasses. Is this why he's letting you take the lead? Oh, okay, so Kim's glasses have condensation. That's why he's wiping them. Oh, okay, okay. Thanks, but I'm all right. We'll decline the drinks.
Is this about Victor, my husband? Is he in some kind of trouble again? I can come pick him up in the station if that's what.
She stops, her eyes trying to read answers from your face. Keep it together. You don't want your body language to tell her the news.
Sorry, I'm rambling. It's just that Victor often gets into all kinds of trouble. So, how can I help you?
How about some small talk before you break the news? Huh. Okay. Will that boost our chances here? If we fail, are we gonna like blurt it out like an asshole? I mean, I don't know how you go about telling someone their husband is dead. You live here with Victor, your husband, right? It's me, Victor, and the kids here. We have 2 daughters, Jenny and Jolie. Yes, I remember you mentioned them at the book stand. They came home later. They're good girls. Now where is everybody? I don't see anyone else home. The girls are staying at their friend's place tonight, and Victor is out. She swallows visibly. Out where? He has a problem with drinking, and so he disappears every now and then. He's probably in the pox, drinking with his friends. I sent him to the library a few days ago, but I guess something came up. She smiles sourly. To your knowledge, did he make it to the library? No, I guess I'll find out when he decides to come back home. She looks at the front door. This is a rough conversation. It shouldn't be long from now. He's never gone for more than a few days. Huh. So what was the name of the library? Oh, it's in Jamrock. The one on Marrow Street. I don't know the official name. Central Jamrock Public Library? Yeah, that's the one. I think, yes, that's the one on Moreau. It is. What was he supposed to do in the library? Just to return a book of mine. Why? She looks at you quizzically. Why all these questions, detective? Did he do something? Break something? It's a fool's hope. Was it the glinting... Oh, let's say what was the name of the book? Yeah. I think it was Theobald's The Glinting Curve. She tucks a strand of her hair behind her ear. It was pretty good. Do you remember what he was wearing when you last saw him? His old leather jacket. Can you describe it? It's just your average brown leather jacket, but he bought it as a teenager, so... No distinctive features? No. Well, she stops. The lining is hand sewn. It's blue. I tried to make the thing more weatherproof since he's running around with it in the middle of winter. There's something else I have to tell you. Hi, Chance. Tell her about the dead body. You've done this before. Just keep your focus. Ma'am, I'm very sorry to say, but your husband, Victor Mejean, was found dead on the Martinez boardwalk. She blinks. What did you say? Your husband, Victor Mejean, is dead. I'm very sorry for your loss, madam. Oh. She touches her neck, eyes pale like pearls in seawater. Oh, she says again, but he was just... She looks at the kitchen table where 2 cigarette butts are still in the tray. But he was just there, alive. We understand this comes as a huge shock. I want you to know that me and my partner, he points at you, are here for you if you have any questions. Take your time, ma'am. What happened to him? She turns to you. Her neck and cheeks are covered with red blotches. Her double chin is shaking. It was an accident. He fell through a hole in the boardwalk and hit his head. Was he drunk? It may have played a role, yes. I see. She withdraws, trying to picture the scene. And you just found him there, lying in the cold. Pretty much. How long had he been there? If you say 2 days, maybe, it will be etched in her mind forever. Wow, I don't know what to say here. We could say it's hard to say, we could say it couldn't have been long, or we can say 2 days, maybe. I don't know, if any of y'all are watching and have any opinions, I just put up a poll for which one to choose. 1, 2, or 3. I think I'm leaning towards 2, personally. But I don't know. I don't know. Couldn't have been long. She blinks, eyes welling up with tears, as her hands start searching for something from the pockets of her dress. The handkerchief. Here, take this. Give her the lieutenant's handkerchief. Or no words, just give her the lieutenant's handkerchief. Let's do that. A small, terrified smile quivers on her face as she takes the handkerchief and wipes away the tears. She looks disoriented. Is there anyone we could call for you? A friend, a family member, someone who could be here for you? No, she breathes in. I just need to tell my girls. The air gets sucked out of her lungs suddenly. Unreal. God, should I call them? Should I tell them to come home? No. A day. Take a day to recover. You'll be better prepared when they come home tomorrow. Good. That's probably the right thing. Thank you. She nods, but with a wretched expression. Just tell me, what do I need to do next? Where is he? Can I see him? We've taken him to the city morgue. The local coroner will be contacting you shortly to arrange the funeral. Here's his number in case you want to contact him earlier. Him referring to the coroner. Right, okay. He hands her a leaflet with the morgue's contact information. A very good call. Is there anything else that the RCM could do for you? No, I'll call you if something comes up. I'm still... She rubs her face, runs her fingers over cheeks that have become numb. Thank you. Thank you for telling me. I'll call if... She runs out of breath. Again, I'm very sorry, madam. The lieutenant nods at the woman, then looks back at you, his voice lowered. We should step outside and talk. Set the library card by her and leave the room, okay? Okay, that went as well as it could be expected, I guess. You did well, the lieutenant says as soon as you've left the apartment. The balcony feels cool and quiet with a stunning view over the district. What now? I'll call the station when we're finished with the day and let them know the name of the deceased. What about Billy and her kids? They'll manage. They have to. It's not your place to live their lives. Okay, I guess we're done. Pretty fantastic bit of writing there, but man, what a tough scenario. I had no idea there was a menu here. in the corner of the screen here. I had no idea. That's funny. Oh, okay. Okay, what is next on our task list? Oh, boy. Okay. We're gonna go inspect the traps. We're looking for a cryptid, as one does. The reason I want to do that is because I think we still have not completely explored all of the western side of the map, and I want to do that. And then I think we'll find all the armor pieces. When will this be available? Failed Tuesday at 11:24. Call Alice back in a day. So what is today? It's just day 4. So I don't know what day it is. So I don't know what a day counts as. So okay, well, that's okay. We're still looking for the drug runners, I guess, drug smugglers, I suppose. We're still looking for a gun, but I think I remember where that is, and we're not going to find it anytime soon. And we still wanted to ask about the victim's tattoos, but I have no idea what any of that means. Or who to ask, I should say. I have no idea what any of it means. I mean, that's true. But not what I actually meant to say. Okay. So we're gonna fast travel. Well, okay, let's get out of here first. Then we'll fast travel. Hold on, wait. Okay, sorry, had a thought about those wannabe gang members we ran into earlier. I want to run out this way and exit here, I think. And talk to Cindy real quick. Cindy the Skull. Oh, what do we have here? There, do you smell that? Smell what? Can you not detect that inimitable whiff of dissatisfaction and restlessness? That sense that the world is in need of dramatic, even violent reordering? Are you saying there's a communist nearby? Okay, we've been on the lookout for communists. Without a doubt, your politico-olfactory cortex doesn't deceive you. The smell is coming from that balcony over there. You mean from Cindy? Certainement, a precocious communist youth, a symbol of a kinder, more hopeful future. Now's your chance to establish contact with your revolutionary brothers and sisters. Hell yeah, just the person we were looking for. Alright, let's try it.
Hello again, officers. Have you come to admire my mural?
Well, let's talk about the gang members first. I don't believe it. I've never known those boys to have manners. The bemusement in her voice doesn't fully mask genuine tenderness. Oh. Well, I made up the sending their best part, but I did talk to them. Figures. All of you are liars. They're such sweet boys, though, aren't they? My sweet, sweet wannabe skulls. They'll never be accepted, but their hearts are in the right place. Skulls are cool. Can I be a skull? That chance, but you can still do your part to revitalize the neighborhood. Oh, how's that? She throws you a conspiratorial glance, then presses her finger to her lips and squints up at the sky as though straining to hear something in the distance. Have you noticed the quiet? Every so often, you might hear a gunshot pierce the air somewhere in Jamrock. But in Martinez, no gunshots, no sirens. The people are languishing in boredom and complacency. This place is a sepulcher. We'll paint it red. We bring the raucous, you bring the sirens. Okay. So no specific tasks then, just in general. Okay. Alright, let's attempt to establish contact. Hey, sister, let's talk politics for a minute. And what do you know about politics? She squints at you suspiciously. I'm looking for comrades to help me fire up the great Mazovian sausage grinder. Will you help me? The girl erupts in a cackle that seems like it should belong to a much older woman. Oh, that's very nice. The little piggy wants to make sausages. Out of what, his little piggy friends? No, out of the bourgeoisie. So the little piggy is a big bad communist now. Sure, I know someone who'd love to talk about ideological stuff. You're looking for Stephen. Who's Stephen? A right communist who runs a mega cool and very secret meeting. Ooh, that's exciting. Do you know where to find him? I might. Will you tell me? She pretends to think about it for a moment. No. The lieutenant lets slip a sigh. This seems to suggest this turn was utterly predictable. Just tell me what you want me to do. A wicked grin extends across her face. Uh-oh. Oink for me, piggy. Just once. Oink oink, motherfuckers. Wow, that was easier than I expected. It's almost like you've been wanting to do it this whole time. Oh boy. A cool, damp feeling ripples through you. You realize you needn't have rolled over quite so easily. Ah, well. The lieutenant, needless to say, is not impressed. Sounds like you're really serious about meeting Stephen. It's touching, sort of. Stephen's group meets only at night in an old room in these apartments here. It just so happens you're in luck. Their weekly meeting is tonight. Poke your snout around sometime after 2200 and you might just find them. What else can you tell me about him? Just that he's a real communist, not like the play acting you've been doing. The rest you'll have to see for yourself. Why do I feel like there's a catch? Oh, smart pig, because there is. See, Stebbins a bit on the paranoid side. He's got all these mega secret passphrases to keep out infiltrators and the like. You can't join the meeting without one. But you're not going to tell me, are you? Why would I? That would be so boring. Well, let's see if you're half as dedicated a communist as you say you are. That's enough. Off with you then. She makes a lazy shooing motion with her dangling hand. Okay, bye. So, find the secret passphrase to the meeting. Okay. Well, there is that room, the communist room from earlier, so let's look around in there again. It might be that since we looked in there already, we just will have the password in our dialogue options. I don't know. But, I don't know. Let's see. Let's see what we find. Was it here? No, it was here. What do we have on this head here? Salute the statue. Okay. Nothing new here. For what that's worth. Oh, hey, there's stuff here. Stuff we missed. What do we have here? Probably drugs or money? A book. 16 Days of Cold as April. The cover features a row of concrete buildings with a monochrome rainbow in the sky. It tells a rather excruciating story about two lovers during a period of ethnic unrest in Yugograd. The book has been filed under psychological realism. Okay, well, if we need to pass time, we'll use that, I suppose. What do we have out here? The sea below looks cold and winter gray. Okay. All right, let's go ahead and leave for real, and then we'll fast travel to the west, so we'll take a look at those traps and explore more, I guess. Hopefully. See, it's not giving us the option to fast travel. The other day it did. I have no idea why. I don't understand. I don't understand. I don't know if it's a bug or there's something about it that I'm missing. Okay, well, before we do that, sorry, I keep getting distracted by things. I actually want to try opening that ice cream maker again, because we did put a point into the skill we need for it, so maybe it'll be a little easier. So let's see what happens. Since we're going west anyway, if we succeed, then we have more stuff to do when we get back there. So, okay, let's actually equip this thing. Okay, and let's take a look at our physical. We want clothes that boost physical instrument. Huh. We're at like -1, unfortunately. That's sure is a bummer. See if we can get that any higher. I believe we're wearing a shirt that boosts it for us, and we put a point into it. Oh, t-shirt. +1 physical instrument. But we've already got a t-shirt that does that for us. Ah, pants. Okay. Right? Yes. Great. I'm guessing there's a whole tracksuit you can get that boosts that stuff, so. Alright, let's go ahead and save just in case. And let's try this again. %. Not a good shot. I don't think I want to try it. It's like we could level up and put another point in physical instrument, but it's like that feels like a waste for this one like thing. Maybe if we have nothing else to do in the game, we'll try that. But yeah, I think I'm going to ignore that for now. Okay, now we can fast travel. So I'm guessing you have to be in one of these places in order for this fast travel to work. I don't know. I'm still kind of confused, but we do have a bunch of these though. Huh. I'm inclined to actually go through these. We might get more luck as far as the case goes, you know? Okay. You know, let's not dilly-dally. Let's just go back to the church and then keep poking around. See what kind of progress we can make. So we have gone, well, I'm pretty sure, right, okay, we found the bunker. That's a one-time check, so we didn't end up doing that. Did we check this trap already? We might have. Nothing has changed, right, okay. Did check that one. Did we check all the way up here? This relay tower coordinates boat traffic in the bay. Barely. Okay. Good to know. So we're still looking for the armor. Kuno said he threw it in the ocean, so I was sort of hoping that we would find it on the coast here somewhere. We have not so far, though. Oh, is that all we can see here? Have we actually explored everything? It's entirely possible We have seen all there is to see, and I just did not realize it. Yeah, we definitely saw all this. Although I don't think we walked... Oh, never mind. Okay. We saw all that. The remaining windows rattle from a strong gust of wind. They're covered in a thick layer of grime. They must have been like this for 40 years. Let's try to see inside. Dripping water falls from a high place. All you can see is the shadow of a collapsing staircase. There's rust and corrosion on the bars. They're foaming with it, and a small layer of white salt from the sea. Lieutenant, can you make out what's inside? No. He shakes his head. The windows rattle in their frames. I won't even try. You know. He takes his glasses off. Right, he can't see, basically. I had a partner once. They called him Eyes, because he had to show me things. It's that bad. Can you still shoot, though? Well enough, actually. It's odd how that works. I'm no sharpshooter, but I passed my shooting courses 7 out of 10. Okay, that was pretty random. We're still looking for a couple traps, I believe. Oh, here we go. This is the trap morale. Okay, let's not do this one yet. We need to find the other one first. Oh, there's something here. What is this? Money. We like money. Let's go ahead and switch out our multi-tool for a bag so we can pick up any trash we find. You know, we actually need to turn in our trash. We haven't done that. We might be able to afford something that we couldn't otherwise if I would just turn in the recycling I've been finding. Okay, here's the third trap. We check this one and then we check the other one to the north and then we're done. This trap's not too hard to spot once you know what to look for. Keeping it hidden has not been a priority for the cryptozoologist. Behind you, the ruins of a residential building loom over the reeds. They whisper amongst themselves confidentially. Snowflakes cling to their shivering stems. Nothing but locusts in this trap as well. Definitely no cryptozoological monstrosity. Empty as all of them, he pants. One more of these and we're done. His face is red from the cold sea air. He crouches to catch his breath. Bummer it wasn't in here. I'm just glad we haven't found some poor cat trapped in one of these. Okay, fair enough. Well, okay. See if there's anything else down here. I don't think there is. We already checked the execution wall here. So let's go ahead and go back to the last trap. And then maybe we'll warp back to the hostel, talk to the cryptozoologist, and maybe talk to the union guys next. All right, look around. The reeds by the abandoned campsite sway and tremble while the snow falls all around. It's good the cryptozoologist left. This isn't a very cozy place to stay night after night. The later it gets, the colder. Remnants of the camp can still be seen in the sand. The fire that's gone out, you feel strange, somehow. The trap feels light and silent as you pick it up. Something is different here. No locusts. No phasmid either, but still. It's empty! Morrow didn't leave it empty. Your voice echoes on the coast, carried by a gust of cold wind. Look closer still. The lieutenant studies the trap with you. Well, the bait worked on something. This doesn't mean it was a reed monster, though. Unless you see one in there, I just see an empty trap. The netting is a little untidy, messier than the others. Like someone or something picked up the trap and shook it before dropping it back down on the ground. Yeah, okay, I get the feeling something may have messed with the trap. Kim purses his lips. Perhaps our cryptozoologists have competition in the form of an actual entomologist? Or someone else is sabotaging them? I could present more theories, but then I would be taking this on as a case, which I'm not. Ah, but Kim, what if you did? What if you did? Imagine if you did. What if it was the phasmid? What if it ate them and got out? Right. It does not look like he thinks you're right. Anyway, that's for the cryptozoologist to figure out now. He adds, for clarity, we're not cryptozoologists. We're cops. Okay, Kim. Okay. Guess let's get back near the church and then maybe we'll be able to fast travel. I'm starting to think that's how this works. You go to a fast travel point, and from there you can do the fast traveling. Okay. Okay. Yes. All right. I think we figured out the fast travel finally. Definitely an odd system. Okay. We haven't been in the hostel for a while, so maybe something fun will happen. We're going to talk to the cryptozoologist first, I think. And oh, what do we have here? Wait, no, something about this bunch doesn't smell right. What do you mean? Aren't they Everett's guys? They are, but they don't seem too keen to talk with you, do they? No, they don't. Glenn seems to be contemplating grievous bodily harm while he massages his raw knuckles. In the far back, Eugene is doing his best to ignore you. Meanwhile, Fat Angus keeps shooting you furtive glances and mumbling uneasily to himself. And from his perch at the end of the table, Titus Hardy himself stares at you with a cold contempt that makes you want to leave the cafeteria straight away. Besides, you're pretty sure they consider themselves social democrats. Okay, this is for the the communist quest. Okay, all right. Guess I'll look elsewhere for communists. Hello, sir. Who are you? Okay, hold on. Let's talk to some of these other folks first.
Again? I can't believe this shit.
Yeah. I hate you too, buddy.
Yes? What is it?
Did you hear that? Did you hear me sing? Did you like it? That was pretty good, Harry. She pokes her companion with an elbow. Wasn't it, Jean? Whoa, how does she know your name? She probably heard it from somewhere. You have to be more careful, karaoke star. Names are dangerous. That was absolute shit, if you want my opinion. Drunken shit. Haven't wanted anything to end this badly since I had cluster headaches. They are referring to my karaoke performance from the other night. Fuck these guys. Horrible. Truly horrible, he continues. I beg of you, don't ever subject anyone to this torture again. I mean, seriously, you need to... Jean, she quietly interjects, giving you a compassionate side glance. He's not right. Don't make it worse, and I really liked it. Oh, well, thank you. She actually did. Oh. Did you just call me Harry? We know that our name is Harry Dubois, and we've also accepted it. That was a choice. We did not have to accept our name, but we know and accept that our name is Harry. Yes, I called you by your name. What about it? She sounds slightly agitated and sad. How do you know my name? God, everybody knows your name. She waves at you in a discarding motion. Please go finish your investigation so everyone can go home. Why are these two cops here? That's what I want to know. Are you by any chance working class? Well, raising 2 children and half a husband on a patrol officer's wage. Yes, I guess I am working class. Do you want to rise up and tear down the entire fucking system with me? No, she sighs. Okay, sort of. But not with you, like you are now. Don't take this the wrong way. Okay, fair enough. Are you with him? Point to the man with sunglasses. Of course I'm with him. She seems startled by her tone. Why do you ask? He is an asshole. That's why I ask. You're an asshole. You know what? Maybe we're both assholes. please, let's not turn this into another exchange, okay? Okay. We finished one of our thoughts.
The Jamrock Shuffle.
The Jamrock Shuffle.
In a way, yes, you are treasure hunting. Most officers from Precinct 41 do what is called the Jamrock Shuffle, cracking open containers. Most of them are from Jamrock or Coal City, the poorest parts of Revachol, that also overlap with the network of royal catacombs called Le Royaume, just beneath the streets.
Oh, so that's what
As
Kuno was
children,
referring to.
You would all go underground, hoping to find treasure,
The
and come back
catacombs.
with a rat's tail or a used needle. That playful curiosity must still be in you. Who knows? Maybe one day the Orbe de Montagne, the Holy Scepter, and the Cocaine Skull will all be yours.
Find better loot in locked containers. All right, fair enough. We have not found very many locked containers at all, to be fair, but that's okay. Let's talk to the cryptozoologist before we talk to this stranger here.
It's great to see you again, officer. My wife can't wait to thank you. Go on, talk to her.
Oh, okay.
Oh, sweetie, I don't even know how to thank you for finding my husband and helping him out. I hope we haven't been too much trouble for you.
Just doing my job, ma'am.
Here, I want to give you a small token of my gratitude. It's a tie. Meskin origin. The pin is an antique. Quite special.
Cool. 8-eyed Terratorn tie. Ooh. The little silvery knob holding the tie together feels warm in your hand. It's in the shape of an avian skull with 8 eyes. You could ask her about this when you get the time. It's probably a cryptid, but the phasmid, of course, is more important. You never told me you've seen the phasmid. Oh, you don't want to hear about some old woman's ramblings? Ramblings? Nonsense! Your description of the phasmid is the most precise I've ever heard. But darling, I didn't even get the size of it right. Measuring things is important. How did she get the size? You were a child, my dear. Really, it's extraordinary what you were able to describe. Now go on, tell our friend about it. He's proven his interest in the field. Reflexively, the lieutenant readies his familiar notebook. Always be taking notes. Well, it was summer, she starts. I was building a racing track out of sand on the beach near a tall stand of reeds. Quite a tall one, many times my height, I remember. When all of a sudden, what happened? I looked up, and one of the reeds moved. Not like a plant, but like a living thing. It stood up and looked at me, its body unfolded like some antique toy. She shakes her head. I'd never seen anything like it. The reeds turned into a creature. I didn't know this could happen, so I reached my arm and touched the thing. It felt just like a stalk of reed, but it moved, swaying, towering above me. After a while, 20 seconds, a minute maybe, it left, went into the reeds. It's like the most invisible stick bug you've ever seen, right? Did you follow it? I tried, but I was only a child. There was mud and high water. I couldn't see it anymore. I was just standing there, knee-deep in mud, looking around me. Then what? I ran back home to my grandmother and asked her if reeds could walk, and told her they were looking at me. She chuckles. Of course, she just laughed at me, but I knew what I'd seen. For years, it was a story I told at parties when I wanted to impress boys, that sort of thing. She brushes her hair back. Of course, most people just took it as a strange, amusing anecdote. So did I, honestly, but then I met Morel. We were on a date, can you imagine? She tells me a story, and it's the most detailed report of the Insulindian phasmid I've ever heard. The sounds. She told me it hissed. It did, yes, like reeds in a gust of wind. The way it moved, the color, how some of its limbs were white like marble. He breathes excitedly. It matched perfectly with what I know from other accounts. It was amazing. If it weren't for Lena, I might have given up hope years ago. It's no exaggeration to say that she restored my faith in my profession. He looks at her with admiration, forgetting a wide smile on his face. You're on a date. All right, we're going to get the history of this couple, I guess. You're on a date. Our first, yes. The old woman looks at her husband tenderly. The glance is tender, yes, but tempered by something else. A thought she can't express even to him. Interesting. So its limbs are white. Not all of them, he answers for her. There is some white coloration reported along with beige where the camouflage ends. So how big was it? It's hard to say how big things are when you're quite small yourself. To me, it seemed to be taller than I was then, but that's probably not the case. What if it is the case? Maybe you imagined it, Lena? How could she? Who imagines this? She didn't know about the phasmid. This is the main thing here. What makes it a confirmed sighting. She had no previous knowledge of the insect. So, right, as a reminder, we are trying to find and capture a giant bug, the phasmid, that looks like reeds. So, that's what we're talking about here. So she couldn't have made it up or imagined it. That's true, yes. I'm almost certain neither my mother nor my grandmother knew of it. It was only when I started telling my story as a teenager that boys would tell me, Lena, she lowers her voice, imitating a boy. You trying to tell us you saw the Insulindian phasmid out there in those reeds? Get out of here. She smiles. They'd just give me a cider and ruffle my hair and tell me to stop dreaming. But I saw it. Cam, what do you think of all this? I thought it was a wonderful story, ma'am. He closes his notes and gives her a simple smile. Well, thank you. You're welcome, sweetie. I do appreciate the chance to relive it whenever I get one. It was just such an impossibly sunshiny day, so warm. And she could get up and walk right into the reeds on her own, into the mud, anywhere. Okay, well, I guess we're finished with that for now. All right, let's talk to this weird-looking dude over here.
Always a pleasure to see an officer of the law.
Oh, that's Gary. We talked to him. We don't like him.
I mean, officers.
Yeah, fuck you, dude. All right. He has nothing new to say. Okay. I saw there's a physical instrument check. Huh, is it here? Is it this guy? I can't actually interact with him, even though he's interactable. Let's talk to the balcony smoker here.
Hi again, gendarme.
What is it about the way he carries himself? All right, let's try to boost our composure if we can. Let's go ahead and just equip that one right away. Composure. Let's keep interfacing on too. That's -1 composure, so we don't want that. Ah, +1 composure. Okay. We're getting there. Oh, these are better. Oh, yeah. Does Kim know we have these gloves? I think so. Let's equip them. Okay. Hey, Dame, how you doing? Yes, this is the logic hat, to put it quite clearly, so we like it. What glasses are we wearing? Empathy. All right, let's do visual logic. Yes, indeed. We're trying to boost our composure, right? Right. Let's maybe get this one equipped just cause. Ah, +1 composure. Okay, perfect. Anything else? I think that's everything. Oh, what do we have here? Oh, as you fold your fingers into a fist. Oh, this is from equipping the armored gloves. You realize you can knock anyone out with one punch. The white ceramic gloves wrap around your digits comfortably. Oh, so way back at the beginning of the game, we were trying to get past the big racist brute. And I wonder if one way to do it without like thinking about his racist ideas is to find these gloves and then punch him with them. That's what this text makes me think. Your movements cause tiny little clicks, like dice rolling somewhere far away, as the plates reorient to your motions. I will be responsible with this. This is just to protect me from harm, not to show off. Yeah, I suppose we could try punching the races. Maybe we'll try. Hey, thanks for the host. Thank you so much. It's weird. I heard the alert, but it didn't like show up in my feed, like my activity feed, which is a little weird. But we figured it out. Okay. Anyway. Yeah, thank you again, Karen. Okay. Get this moved over here. Yeah, maybe we'll try punching erases. Maybe we'll do that after we're done here. Oh, right. The hardened vitreous enamel, at once sleek and light, adds a glow to your cheeks and a spring to your step. Just imagine what a full suit of this stuff could do for you. No problems. Lots of people having fun with Twitchy Twitch. It has been... Twitch and Discord have been acting really weird for me past few days, so that's frustrating. You really do feel more confident. Invulnerability does that, even partial invulnerability. Yeah, I want the full suit. I absolutely do. It may be a while before you have all the pieces. In the meantime, you should analyze the armor, figure out its vulnerabilities. Vulnerabilities? Oh, remember, this is a highly specialized kinetic redistributor meant to stop bullets. Wear it, observe its properties, see if there's a weakness in the design. For the day you had to fight someone covered in the same material. Okay. So we finished internalizing another thought.
Scented one.
Okay.
August 2nd, early late summer. You're getting off the streetcar in Le Jardin, east of the river. Her father and mother are middle class. The nylon of her little jacket rustles next to you in the dark like autumn leaves. Her heels click on the pavement. You're walking up to the gate in front of her parents' house. She takes out her chewing gum and you kiss her. A feeling like electricity flows through your whole body. Immediately, you know that you've entered a completely different world.
So again, this is about the ex-girlfriend, ex-wife. We're still not sure after all this time. But okay. Gives +2 to perception because betrayal lingers everywhere. Well, that's interesting, but okay. So if we want to analyze the armor for weaknesses, we're going to have to give up something else. And we're starting to get into... You know, we like a lot of the thoughts we have equipped, to be honest. So... We don't have to do it right now. But maybe we'll get rid of Cop of the Apocalypse. That one's fun, but not strictly necessary. But okay, we were gonna try to figure out.
Hi again, Gendarme.
What is it about the way this man carries himself? There we go. Could he be a member of the homosexual underground? Just pointing it out, we're not talking about some kind of cult with members here. You made it up. Apocalypse. Is that what it actually says? No, it should say that, though. It should absolutely say that. Sir, are you part of the homosexual underground? The homosexual underground? The smoker sits up immediately, his eyes wide with amused surprise. A honeyed smile lingers on his lips. Why, yes I am, officer. Why? Do you want to investigate? Yes, I would like to hear more about this homosexual underground you're part of. Oh, it's a pleasure group. A sub-Rosa pleasure group congregating in cellars under the cover of night. Saturday night, sometimes even Friday night. What about Thursday night? Or Thursday night. Sometimes the congregating doesn't even end. It carries on into our daily life. He lowers his voice conspiratorially and looks around. I think this guy is going along with us out of amusement, but I don't think he's actually an underground homosexual. But why do you convene? What do you do? Oh, we're ambitious. We want to destroy the last vestiges of meaning, the last things people in Revachol have to hold on to, the true symbols of security, the meaning of man and woman, mother and father, their marriage. Everything will be constantly shifting and moving under our rule. The future will belong to a circus of identities just spinning around, surreal and unreal. You won't even know who you are anymore. Does it have anything to do with disco? Yes, we listen to a lot of disco. Some say we engineered disco to spread our vision of a vertiginous, ever-changing society where all there is a razzle-dazzle of gold. We are going to change the family unit with all this razzmatazz and finger dancing. He wiggles his hands. And with mysteries, of course. The mysteries are also of sexual nature, very esoteric. I do like disco. Maybe I should get into it. You can't just get into it. You have to be born into it. One is either already in the homosexual movement or forever excluded from it. What if I can't remember whether I'm in or not? What if I can't remember anything about my life aside from the fact that I like disco? Beautiful. The smoker crawls up to you like an animal preparing to jump. Beautiful. That's exactly what we're looking for. Who knows? Maybe you were homosexual in the past. Maybe all of that has been repressed. He circles his hands around you. I have to say that you do look like someone who might be part of the underground. You have that very distinctive, I can't understand what's going on here look. This is going to be like a 20-hour mind project for me. 20 hours at least. Absolutely wonderful. So we gained a new thought. The homosexual underground. Apparently it will only take 8 hours to internalize. But okay, so now we have 2 thoughts that we want to internalize. We might go with the homosexual underground before the armor analyzing when the opportunity arises. Okay, so we're done there. We're done with that. Okay, let's save here. And we're going to unequip our trash bag. Let's see if we can establish our authority with Titus now that we've poked around a lot more.
Looks like the circus left town, but the clowns are still here.
Titus does not look particularly happy to see you. Establish authority. Wow, super low. Super low. Super, super, super low. Do we have anything that boosts our authority? I mean, would it even matter, honestly? Can we look out this window? It's highlightable. You see 2, maybe 3 bushes grown into a single thicket over a period of circa 50 years. It takes time for a hedge like that to form. Look out the window. -12. It's not time yet. What does that mean? What does that mean? I don't know. Revert your gaze. Okay. Well, okay. Does she have anything to say to us? What's your role in all this? Are you Lizzie? Oh, okay. Even though she has excellent control over herself, something moved behind her eyes in the way she stands, in her face. Easy Leo told me about you. He likes to talk a lot. Oh, do we want to rat him out? He was like a super nice dude. It's like we're cops. We're here to investigate. Like, that's the hard truth of it, right? I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna do it, you guys. You're not here to chat up the legal counsel. You're here to question these men. Okay. She just didn't even react to that. I'm just clicking through all this stuff we've already seen. Strange. It's as if people don't believe a cop could be a socialist revolutionary. Imagine that. Okay. Okay, well, that didn't quite work out like I had hoped. Let's go try to punch a racist. Why not? We'll give the people what they want. Well, this is a racist, not the one we were thinking of,
Looking
but
for something odd? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
okay, this might be about the drug smuggling, which we're still trying to make progress on. So let's talk to this guy here. I know you've been giving me the runaround. Fess up. Where's the lady driver? He smirks. I don't know what you're talking about. First, you knew Solang didn't do it. He did something. He stole his employer's goods and another lorry man's job. You should be thankful for the tip. He grins, a wide smile. Then why are you smirking? Listen up, fuckwits. You don't scare me. You cops don't run Revachol West. You don't run Martinez. You don't run anything. So who does? You? No, the lieutenant turns to the lorry man. He means La Puta Madre. A legendary, and not in a good way, crime boss from Jamrock. Controls what is probably the most powerful organized crime outfit in Revachol West. For a moment, the lorry man is silent, then he spits on the pavement. Yeah, him. Cross our arms and nod. Then I presume you're familiar with his peones? Yeah, he says, unsure where this is leading. They're his little bitches. He's got them all over the unions. Not just the unions. He has peones everywhere. Some say he even has them in the RCM. He gets closer to him. Dirty fucking peones who do anything for him. Multi-ethnic drug addicts. The lieutenant adopts a rodentine quality. Be cool, sire. He's getting into this. Okay, let's say nothing. Let's let Kim do this thing. You're not peones, he says. You wouldn't be investigating a drug thing if you were. No, of course not. We're not peones. But if we were, and one of Madre's drivers were to be stealing from him, then it's a good peone's job to find out who that is. He's surprisingly good at this. Not bad at all. Look at him lurching. It's not a hard job. It won't take a long time. It won't make Padre Madre angry. He looks at him. But a stupid fucking racist is standing in the way, protecting this fucking thief. His eyes dart between you and the lieutenant. I'm not scared of you, or the mob. I'm under the protection of the lorrymen and Carter's Guild. You've seen that corpse in the ceramic armor, right? The lieutenant points to the yard. Did his shitty little guild protect him? Nah, you wouldn't just leave him out there if you... He tries to light a fresh cigarette, but his hands are shaking now. The sentence simply ends. The lieutenant turns and gives you a barely perceptible nod. Be careful. This man's still got some fight in him, by the looks of it. It won't be easy to break him. Okay. Half-light skill check. Let's try to boost that before we do this. I'm pretty sure we had something for that equipped. See, this is why I wish the game had, like, gear sets or something that you could swap behind. Okay. That's +1 half-light. Because as the game goes on, you're doing this more and more often. And it's not super compelling, to be perfectly honest. Like, eventually you do start to remember what things are what, but it does take a while. Okay. I mean, we're looking kind of badass here, I gotta say, with the black jeans and the fuck the world leather jacket and our goofy ass hat. Okay. Oh, we have a thought. Okay. You finally made it, haven't you? People point fingers at you and whisper to each other when you pass by, wondering to themselves. I think this is about the fuck the world jacket. It's the Hat Man. Where did that man get such a cool jacket? Did he receive it upon graduating the École Normale Supérieure de Badasserie? Is he dangerous? Yeah, I'm right, I'm dangerous. You are very dangerous, my friend. Dangerous and cool. In fact, no one dares to say a single thing about the jacket. But believe me, they're all very impressed. Absolutely. Absolutely. Okay. Quick save. Talk to this
Looking for
racist
something,
asshole.
Bond? Come to tell me to fuck off again?
Yes. Alright, let's try this. Yes. Okay. Men like this respect two things. Strength and fear. Fear. Show me her lorry right fucking now. The lady driver's lorry. Where is it? Oh, we're getting physical. Should have read that in Batman's voice. Where is it? Fuck you, I told you. I'm not gonna... There. His voice grows smaller. As yours. I've been to your fucking lorry. I know where it is. I'm gonna burn it down. You hear me? Look, fuck you, man. He tries to wave you off. It's some lorry down there. Green, banged up thing. I don't fucking know who she is. I'm Batman. When did she go away? I don't know. I don't even know her name. She just rolls with the fleet and acts like a big shot. Some dyke, probably. I haven't even seen her for days. Where exactly is her lorry? Past the monument down there. He waves south. The green tempo. Now leave me the fuck alone, okay? Small tempo by the monument. Green. Let's get into that lorry. Nice. Well, we haven't punched a racist, but we did scare the shit out of one, so I feel like that's still a win. There's still an opportunity to punch a different racist, so we'll try to take advantage of that in a moment. Good effort. Good try. Thank you. Here we go. Here's the lorry we're looking for. This green Fallon AZ Contemporain is parked in the shadow of ruins looming overhead. It's seen better days. This must be the one he told us about, unless he was lying. Let's try to peek in the window. The glass on the side window... Oh, hold on a second, everyone. Getting distracted by messages, everyone. Sorry, one sec. Okay. All right. Oh. Okay. Posters cover the small windows in the back. You can't make out what's on them. Okay, let's try the door handle. Can we get in? The door is locked. The handle looks shiny, like it's recently replaced. Interesting detail. There's no picking this lock. The owner has put special care into it. It's a recessed design. How are we going to get this open, Kim? Use the pry bar to smash the window. Open it from the inside. Simple. I like it. Okay, let's equip the pry bar, as one does. Oops, wrong button. All right. Let's I keep hitting the wrong button, sorry. Let's try to boost our physical instrument again. We're just swapping clothes back and forth, aren't we? All right. There's that. What do we have? What do we have? Right. More found stuff. Okay, that's fine. Actually, no, we want this. Okay. See, this is the problem that we have with the ice cream machine. Our physical instrument skill is so low, we just can't like break anything physical, which is kind of a bummer. Okay, well, I think that's everything we got right now. %. Oh, that sucks. All right, I'm gonna try something else. The seller down below, he had some items for sale, and I want to see if any of them will boost our physical, physical instrument skill. So let's run over here. I've been trying to make progress on this drug smuggling thing for a while, so I'm like invested in getting this taken care of. All right.
You keep coming back.
Okay, windbreaker. Composure. See, that's nothing special. What about this?
The shine on these sunglasses lasts a lifetime of it.
What sounds very Blade Runner? I could see that about this game in general, kind of, actually. Then this is just speakers, right? And sneakers? Oh, the sneakers. The music and rain. Yeah, I can definitely see that. Man, $50 for these sneakers. What is this? We haven't seen this here before. Got a little yellow dot up here we can interact with. Footfall within, not human. Okay. Oddly specific. Can we... I'm trying to think. Is there anywhere else we can buy stuff? There is the Freet store. All right, we're going to see just how distracted we can get before we actually try this, but okay. We needed to come here anyway to turn in all of our stuff for money. Maybe we'll have enough money to buy those shoes? I don't know. I think this is it. All right. Bottles. Wow, we got $2.80 for picking up all that trash. Great. This boosts health. This boosts health a lot. Okay, what about you? What do you have? What do you do?
Again, I'm obliged to inform you that both alcohol and cigarettes damage your health.
Yes, thank you. What about this? Oh, raincoat. We could try stealing the coat, but we're not going to do that. I really want to smash that window, but my character is just not built for these physical activities. How do you get around that in that case? Like, I don't think this is a game where you can get stuck based on your character build, but is this just like an optional thing? Like you can get around it in other ways, and if you can't do this, then you just can't? I don't know. Go to the gym. Yeah. I wish there was another skill check elsewhere in the game to like lift a barbell, and like my character just failed miserably. What's this? Have we looked at you already? I think so. Yes, we have. Okay. He has been living hard. This is true. All right, well, let's save. And, bonus from thoughts. See, we have a -2 from thoughts. Which thoughts are they? Oh, it's this one that we're thinking about. Oh, no. We're trying to get sober. That's what this is. Oh, boy. Do we want to stop trying to get sober so that we can smash some windows and stuff? Maybe let's save and try it. Let's stop. And in the meantime, you think he needs to get sober? I mean, in the absolute objective sense, you are correct. Let's try internalizing the homosexual underground in the meantime. Now what are our odds? 28%. Let's try it. Oh! With a firm grip, you raise the pry bar, a glint of light catching on the tip. Call down the hammer of truth and justice. Release your secrets, Lori Cabin. Say fuck the police and then smash it. No. We won't do that. Let's just smash it. The window shatters, and droplets of glass fly everywhere, shattering over the lorry floor and pavement. Subtle, says the lieutenant, and sticks his hand in the window, like a common car thief, and then opens it. The smell of cigarettes and perfume welcomes you. The cabin inside is plastered with old movie posters. Actresses smile from the walls. There's a radio transmitter in the front and a toolbox tucked under the driver's seat. Some tools lie scattered near the pedals. You did it! But was it worth the lack of sobriety? Time will tell, I suppose. There's something odd about the passenger seat. The seating fabric has been pulled tight over the lower side of the seat where the toolbox should be. Alright, well, we're going to look at everything. So, admire the posters. These are movie posters featuring starlets from long-forgotten films, from the 20s, the teens, even the 90s of the last century. One of them particularly catches your eye, a centerfold of an ingenue attached right above the back seat. There's definitely perfume in the air. It's spicy, with a hint of ambret, wafting through the bitter air of the cabin. Stop and wonder, what's that smell? The remnants of a sweet juniper-scented perfume, probably Granite number 5. That's specific, but okay. The actress is draped in a sheath dress, one of her shoulders bared. The faded remains of an autograph run across the poster. She's looking past the camera. This is Tip Tihone, or Tihon, a starlet from the dawn of cinematography, less known for her talent than her tragic, untimely death. Yikes, what happened to her? She wasted away in a drug den called the Door to the River, not far from here on Boogie Street. A mixture of cocaine and morphine. She was afraid of the world. And the camera, too. The actresses and the rare actor all smile at you a warm goodbye. A radio transmitter is attached to the dashboard and a toolbox sits under the driver's seat. Examine the radio. Looks like the frequency dial is absent. It requires a key to work. But the key has been removed, likely by the missing lady driver. The lieutenant leans closer to the radio and hums. Strange. There's so many radio stations saved here. Must be over 100 at least. It has to be an advanced model to fit so many frequencies next to each other without blending them together. What about the... I don't know what this is referring to, but what about the Speed Freaks FM? Is it one of the saved stations here? No, that's on 78.9. He stops, coughing awkwardly. Okay, I remember this. We discovered that Kim likes listening to like death metal or something like that. What? I happen to have committed that frequency to memory. I have no problem admitting that. Why would anyone need so many radio stations? For contacting an entire fleet of lorrymen, for example. He flicks a switch on the radio. This is all shortwave, UW and UKV. Looks like we're dealing with an impressive organizational tool. The nerve center of a huge operation, with quite the range, too. 20-kilometer radius, at least. Perhaps extended by an attachable antenna that's not here right now? Is there anything else we can do with the radio? Doesn't look like it. It's completely inoperable without the key. Alright, pedals. You wedge yourself under the steering wheel to get a better look. Seems like the few tools lying around here, a hammer, a pair of pliers, a rusty wrench, have been casually thrown here by the disorganized driver. But one odd detail does catch your eye. A piece of sandpaper has been glued to the throttle. Sandpaper adds extra grip. Yeah, I was gonna say that would keep your foot kind of steady, right? Looks like the driver has glued a piece of sandpaper to the throttle. Sandpaper, a novel technique. Ah, the sandpaper would also rub off the pattern from the driver's right boot sole. Clever. Yes, he likes where this is going. Oh, one of the footprints at the crime scene had an aberration. One sole was smoother than the other. Ah, it's all coming together. Okay, awesome. Which means that the missing lady driver was present at the lynching. The lieutenant's eyes light up behind his prescription lenses. So the missing 8th Hardy here? Looks like it, yes. And she's also the one running the drugs. Great. Now we know for certain who's the missing 8th person at the lynching. Do you think that Hardy and his boys could also be involved in the drug operation? I mean, that would fit what Joyce told us, but I don't want to make any assumptions. Understood. We should still go and see what Titus has got to say on the matter. Are we finished with the lorry? Alright, peel off the cover on the passenger seat. Voila! A stack of neatly folded papers has been stashed behind the seating fabric. You see 3 maps depicting a large metropolitan area. It's Revachol. Some of its routes and highways have been outlined with a pen. Bon prise, the lieutenant commends you as you shift through the treasure. Well worn and folded into neat squares. Okay, let's open the topmost map. This large map displays the elevated motorway called 881. The intake leading to Martinez is marked with a blue X. There's another X on the off-ramp at a place called the Old South. Toll booths at the intakes are marked with a circle. It looks like there are scant few ways of getting into the elevated motorway that runs over Jamrock. This person knows them all. There, hundreds of thousands of motor carriages roar on the 881, high above the mass of brown and red roofs that is Jamrock. The commuters don't even look down. The world ceases to exist outside the windshield. Man, I do not miss having a commute. Like, I've been working from home for a few years now, even before the pandemic, and like, it is nice. It is really nice, I gotta say. Where does the road lead? To Coron, through the middle-income neighborhoods there, by the river, and then to Stella Maris and La Delta for work, while the men and women of Jamrock scuttle to their fates below the road. This map, from the 30s, displays a complex system of storm sewers underneath a subdistrict called the Pox, right adjacent to the 41st Precinct. That's awesome. Public transport is a chore. Yeah, and like, I would give well, I don't know if I'd give anything, but I would really, really like if we had better public transit in the U.S. I do live within walking distance of light rail, so if I ever did have to like start working like in downtown Portland or something, I'd have an easy way to get there at least. But I took the light rail in Denver for 5 years, and it's still that shit gets old. It just takes up so much time out of your day. And and now I have all that time, which is not to say that I'm necessarily using it to its highest potential, but it's just nice not to have that extra stress in your day. Look at the third map. The final map displays a labyrinth of service tunnels left over from the construction of Motorway 881. A few routes have been marked with a pin, where the tunnels and sewers surface near the eminent domain and a traffic island in central Jamrock by the lake. It does vary a lot between places, right? DC has a good train system, LA not so much. Yeah, so DC, well, it has an extensive train system. From what I understand, and I've not ridden it in many years, it has a lot of problems. They've been putting off maintenance for years, so there's a lot of delays and stuff. Same thing is happening with the New York subway, which is fantastic, in theory anyway. But people, governments, organizations, I don't know, they don't want to invest in keeping this stuff up, and I don't understand why. They just keep kicking issues down the road. New York, DC Metro, I mean, they would be great if they were kept up. One of the cool things about when I lived in Denver was they were actively expanding and investing in the light rail there. And I haven't been keeping up with it as much, but I want to say Portland is as well. Maybe not to the same degree, but there are new lines and stuff planned, I think. Granted, I have no idea what effect the pandemic had on all of those plans. Ridership is down and all that stuff. But that was the plan, at least from what I understood, a year and a half ago. Cuomo is pretty dodgy from what I've seen. Yeah, I've caught a little bit of that. Not a good person, from what I understand. And now I'm trying to remember, is he the governor or is he the mayor of New York? I always forget who is who in that area. I don't know. They're all messed up. The people in power anyway. So, who cares, right? Right, because Andrew Yang is one of the candidates for mayor for New York, right? And I know a lot of people aren't really thrilled with him either. So I don't live in New York, so I don't keep up with this stuff. Governor, you think? Not 100%? Yeah, that's about where I am. Yeah. Yeah, I suppose the only politician from New York that I know with any familiarity is AOC. So, and that's just because she's such a well-known, figure at this point. These service tunnels were probably used during the construction of the foundation beneath the motorway. Looks like the smugglers have infiltrated the road network belonging to East Motor Track. Okay, they've infiltrated the motor track. So it would seem. The lieutenant examines the maps with a furrowed brow. Yes, I heard that. I don't know who is running. Cynthia Nixon did last time, right? For mayor? No idea. That's on the complete opposite coast from me. So I definitely don't keep up with it, but I don't know. It's like being mayor of New York must be kind of interesting because it's kind of like running your own little country. But at the end of the day, you're still like subservient to the governor, I guess. I mean, that's not the right word, but you're still part of the state of New York, So at the end of the day, you're kind of reliant on the state, no matter how big the city is. Oh, see, that rings a bell now that you say that. I think I did hear that. I have no idea how well it turned out for her, but yeah, I think you're right. Oh, absolutely. People absolutely view like running for mayor of big cities and governors of states as a stepping stone to higher office. I think there are a lot of different paths. You know, you could go through like legislatures, whether it's state or federal, or you can just come from nowhere, I guess, if you have enough money. But so far, that hasn't really worked out well. The RCM patrols most of these auxiliary roads, though apparently not all of them. Where do the drugs end up? Hard to say. This distribution network looks certainly large, yet still vague enough. It doesn't reveal much about the Besmerti behind it. Besmerti, that sounds vaguely familiar. We did hear that word earlier, didn't we? I heard recently in France, the mayor of Paris is a big deal because you're more likely to get the presidency. Yeah, I totally believe that. I totally believe that. The only other mayor that I know by name of New York is Rudy Giuliani. Because he was the mayor at the time of the 9/11 attacks. And of course, you know, he's Trump's shitty lawyer. And I'm trying to remember if he ran for president at one point. It seems like something he would do, but I don't remember. To be fair, he's probably making tons of money just going on the speaking circuit and through his lawyer crap, so maybe he doesn't feel like he needs to run for president, you know? Same, I think the whole world knew about Giuliani after 9/11. Yep. And man, he really threw his reputation away, didn't he? A Besmerti is a Revacholian crime syndicate. They see themselves as the inheritors of the 14 Revacholian Indo tribes, but really they're just violent gangs vying for control on the west side of Revachol. With cool names, he adds with contempt, like La Puta Madre and Ahura Mazda. It's a dark parody. So who do you think is behind this, Kim? Maybe, but I don't think Trump pays. I hope Rudy gets what he deserves, in whatever form that takes. It's definitely not the Union. They just do some logistics. This operation has spread everywhere in Jamrock. If it's that widespread, then Madre remains the most likely suspect. He's bad news. The lieutenant removes his glasses and polishes them with a handkerchief. There have been attempts at a serious investigation before, but they haven't ended well for those involved. Yikes. Lieutenant Kitsuragi is a brave man for saying Madre's name without the winces and whispers that usually accompany it. Best not to disturb the scene. I'll have forensics go over the lore and pick these up later. Alright, let's pull out the toolbox. Are there drugs in here? A metallic drawer slides out from the seat. It's empty, except for a folded newspaper. It's an issue of Peripherique from last Wednesday. A piece of paper falls out from its pages. It looks like an article ripped out from a radio enthusiast magazine. Complex mathematical equations explain the basics of something called the ULAN frequency system. The lieutenant leans over your shoulder to examine the note. The ULAN frequency system? I've never heard of that before. I know of FM, AM, UKV, but... Push in the toolbox. Okay. Great, I think we've got everything. A word, detective, before we return to Joyce? Okay. Right, Joyce put us up to this, and it sounds like we've found almost everything we need to know, but we do need to talk to Titus Hardy. Probably before this, I'm guessing.
Alright, we've finished here. Let's quickly debrief and go over what we found, so we don't do it in front of the company rep.
Seems like something police would do. What do you think of all this, Kim? Honestly, I'm quite worried by what we've seen so far. The evidence seems to point to a rather extensive and well-organized operation. I'm especially intrigued by that radio transmitter, particularly the sheer number of stations it can connect. Looks like this alleged drug trade casts a wide net. This means it's well-funded. Technology like that, a major player must be financing it. I'm not sure what the ULAN frequencies are all about, but they may hold some significance. Perhaps it's a better way to connect between fleets while avoiding frequency bleed, or maybe it's used to tap into RCM networks. Oh, and the maps we found. They reveal the geographical extent of the operation. Looks like they've used abandoned tunnels and access roads to stay hidden. This is useful info. And last but not least, it looks like the Hardy Boys knew this driver. as we know that she was present at the lynching. This may be the Union connection we've been searching for. What about the movie posters? How did they factor into all of this? As elegant as they are, I don't think they are relevant to the drug trade. Maybe the trader is some sort of cinephile. Yes, well, he doesn't say more. So it turns out this is connected to the Union. Like Joyce told us, yes, logistically, but don't expect to bust this open during our stay here. At best, this is an angle we can use against them, to other ends, as extra ammunition. I think those are personal. Yep, I think you are 100% correct. Meaning, someone as slippery as Everard won't be caught by a couple of cops and some stuff they found in some cabin. Will the RCM open an investigation into this? We should return to the murder case, see what Joyce tells us about the lynching. When we're done for the day, I'll call my station and suggest our narcotics department look into it. There are more than enough grounds to start an official investigation. Sometime later, when we're done here. We do not want to get caught in that. What are you thinking, Kim? The fact that one hasn't started already gives me pause. An investigation, I mean. Especially if the Madre grouping is involved, and I can't imagine they aren't. It's certainly worrisome. Corruption? He nods. All the same, I don't like the idea of internal affairs descending on the matter. That won't help anyone here. Okay, we're done? Debrief over. After you. Okay, so we're going to return to Joyce. She said she will give us all kinds of info once we figure this stuff out. Oh, hey, this guy wants to talk to us, apparently. Okay, hello. Hey, officer, got a minute?
I saw you poking around in Lady Driver's lorry.
Oh.
She in trouble?
We asked you about this, so you know something about who's smuggling drugs here?
Nah, man. I was telling you the truth. I really didn't think it'd be her. She's okay. Sort of troubled, but still. A nice person.
Well, at least she's nice. So that's what that emotion was before. It was wishful thinking.
What else do you know about her?
Nothing. We just talked a bit. About life and stuff. She left me a key so I can park a lorry if the jam broke. So, she in trouble or what?
Gonna be an investigation. These ads are long. Dan, welcome in, buddy. I've gone back and forth about whether I should like have an ad break to prevent the ads, you know, from people coming in. It feels so icky though. Like there's nothing, like even if I say I'm just doing this to prevent ads showing for other people, it still feels weird to be like, I'm going to manually start an ad. You know, and I would probably do it when I like take a break or something, but still, it's weird. Like you can't win. You really can't win. It's kind of a shitty thing. I would be 100% okay with turning off ads. Like that's never gonna make like a ton of money, you know, for me. I mean, if you need a tea top up, just do an ad then. Right, that would be probably when I would do it, but like I would probably do it when I'm starting, because if you run a certain amount, then it means there won't be any more ads shown. Make an ad button for the reward point thing. I had that and nobody redeemed it. So, I mean, that was a while ago, but still. Thank you for the hydrate. Yeah, I don't know. There's no winning there, but I'll probably make a note to at least do that before the stream starts, because at least that cuts back on ads at the beginning. I don't know. Dan, did your new PC show up yet? Well, there's going to be an investigation, buddy. 2 days. Nice. Well, that's decent timing, actually, because then you have the whole weekend to mess with it.
It's that bad. Man, what should I do? What should I do to help her?
It's a pain waiting. Yeah. Do you work on the weekends? Because I was just gonna say, I was assuming that you had the weekends off to mess with it, but oh, you work this weekend. Ah, see, that's what I get for assuming. Well, I'm sorry. I'm sorry about that. But it'll be worth the wait. I believe in this. They seem to be upping the amount of ads. I've had a few times recently when I've refreshed and got ads again. Okay. Oh, you gotta miss D&D Day, too. Well, that sucks. Well, I'm sorry. That sucks, but, you have a shiny new PC waiting for you, hopefully. Hopefully it shows up in time. Hopefully it's not too freaking hot to run the damn thing, you know? Well, look. There's nothing for you to do, Tommy. The police are looking into it.
Yeah, maybe I should just keep my head down and work on my rhymes while I can.
What's the plan with those rhymes anyway?
Oh, you know. Tommy Leham's gonna be a musician. Sprechgesang, but with beats. I've got a lot of free time on the road to hone my craft.
You get Monday and Tuesday off. Okay. So you do have a weekend. It's just different from everybody else's. Not everybody, but got it. The correct grammar is Tommy Lehom. Or Tommy Lom? I don't know.
Tommy Lom was taken.
Tommy Lom.
My real name's Jerry Lafitte. Tommy's way better.
Okay. Oh, empathy check. Okay, let's see if we can boost that a bit. What do you see in his eyes? All right, empathy, empathy, empathy. That's minus empathy. We don't want that. Here we go. It's also minus empathy. I don't know why the sneakers boost empathy, but it's okay. I'm here for it. I think we might have looked at everything. Okay. Let's close you. Let's click on you.
Make way for the master poet.
We've been getting lucky with these 28%ers. Not this time. Ease into it. Don't go too far. This seems like a personal matter. My man, I want to know about your soul. Cool, cool. We all want to know each other's woes and all, but people, man, they have slippery souls. Just like that. He slips out of your reach. It is possible the yelling didn't help. Well, that's fair. Alright, let's go talk to Joyce. Let's get the details on these crimes. And I think after we talk to Joyce, we'll probably call it there for the night. It is getting to be my bedtime. Well, yeah, Evangelists did Blade Runner, didn't they? Or am I mixing that up?
You're back. Good. What can I help you with?
Okay. Well, okay. Let's check our book here. Confront the Hardy Boys about the drug trade. The Jam Mystery. Report back to Joyce. Okay, alright. So those are two separate tasks.
You're back.
Alright, roundabout. Oh, okay. We did it. Okay, yes, my eyes on the harbor have sent word to that effect. What have you discovered? Where are these eyes located, ma'am? It really doesn't matter, and I do apologize for the surveillance. Wild Pines can't afford to be blind at a time like this. Okay. One of the tall buildings overlooking the roundabout, most likely. That would give them a read on the entire quarter. In any case, it's a relief to know someone has looked into it. If I may ask, will there be an official investigation? I assume you discovered there is an operation. If there is an investigation, it will be part of an ongoing operation, subject to confidentiality. I'm sure you understand. Of course, detectives, she says, her tone more cautious suddenly. In any case, you've held up your end of our arrangement. I trust you with the rest. Now it's my turn. All right, give us the details. I wouldn't normally break protocol like this, but the situation demands it. If you don't solve this murder, I'm afraid we may have a bloodbath on our hands. Oh. What was that about a bloodbath? Yes, I'm afraid this strike may descend into a small-scale civil war, with possible consequences for all of Revachol West. Oh boy. Since you're sharing, ma'am, this is also the RCM's worst-case scenario. Then we're on the same page, as grim as it may be. So tell me again, how are the lynching and the strike connected? I have an indirect role to play, I'm sad to say. My employer experienced a momentary lapse of faith in me. In that moment, they elected to deploy a private military contractor as an insurance measure. They called it my security detail. A momentary lapse of faith? They were dispatched after I relayed the union's initial offer. Every worker, a member of the board. She nods. That was the demand. The union is on strike, and right now their demand is every worker be a member of the board, which is a little crazy. I tried to convince my employer it was simply a piece of rhetoric or a joke. They did not appreciate the humor. Do you need a security detail? Absolutely not. These mercenaries are muscle, pure and simple. They are meant to intimidate the union into surrendering. Who are they, exactly? Krenel, an Oraniers military company. As far as I know, 3 arrived in Marnaise. They report to me sporadically, but they do not answer to me. To be frank, our relationship is deteriorating. So Wild Pine sent in mercenaries, and one of the mercenaries was hanged. I mean, we know that's one of the mercenaries, is the body, so... They wear ceramic armor, have semi-automatic weapons, and years of combat experience. They also have trauma and stressor disorder and no idea how to conduct themselves in an urban civilian environment. Oh. So what happened? The story is one of them, the colonel, I don't know his real name, sexually assaulted a local woman while he was drunk and separated from his unit. This allowed some of the more militant union members to subdue him. He was taken out behind the whirling in rags and lynched last Sunday night. What then? Nothing. Mr. Clare refuses to let me into the harbor. I have not been able to discuss this matter with anyone there. The remaining 2 Krenel contractors carry out their orders, for now. So there's 2 mercenaries, is what it sounds like. It's a smokescreen. In secret, they are conducting an independent military tribunal into the lynching. Once this investigation is concluded, executions will follow. Yikes. What is the nature of this so-called investigation? Whether to execute one, some, or all of the Union militants. I have to say, this is not disco. It is very far from disco. A wave crashes against the side of her boat. My only hope is that you provide a single, concrete suspect before the mercenaries indiscriminately pick theirs. Simply put, she grabs hold of the mainsail. If you don't pin this on someone good, and do it fast, they will identify and execute everyone present at the lynching. This, in turn, will force the Union to respond. The débardeurs have over 2,000 men. It'll be 1,000 to 1. Have you ever seen a hornet invade a beehive, Lieutenant? It's not pretty. The Ceres giant hornet, the world's second largest insect, can kill 40 honeybees a minute, while a group of 30 can decimate an entire hive of 20,000 bees in less than 4 hours. Oh. Oh, good to know. These men work in tandem, using semi and fully automatic firearms. Their armor is virtually impenetrable to muzzle-loaded weapons, even yours. Most union workers don't have guns at all. She's silent for a moment, then concludes. As I said, a bloodbath. See, Kim, this is that great bloodletting I've been telling you about. It appears you found it, yes, and I'm not happy for you. I think the confrontation is inevitable. I'm going to say this because we've played the game before. It doesn't have to be like this. She looks at you, eyes damp from the wind. Lieutenant W. Fritor Dubois. One single concrete suspect delivered into civil court. A good one, and I may be able to defuse this situation. Okay. What can you tell me about Krenel? Not much. Their public resume is relatively good as far as private military contractors go. I believe they were once called Downwell. Yeah, okay, we investigated the armor and we read about, or we learned about both of those companies. They boast a long list of clients: Saint-Baptiste, Welchman Lawrence, Eendracht. A warning sign, however. The operations concerned all take place in third or fourth world countries, guarding facilities, escort missions, and such. Meaning they're used to operating in war zones. Yes, all the good conflict corridors, Supramundi, Yisit, the Semines Islands, countries that don't have a good record reporting atrocious military conduct on their soil. Anything else you got on them? Sadly, no. Before this happened, I had little interest in them. Now that I do, I don't have the resources. She thinks. If you still have access to the ICP's database, you could run a better background check than I ever could. It may take some time, though. Do you know a lot about the inner workings of the RCM and the ICP, ma'am? In my line of work, it pays to do your research. I was prepared to deal with the RCM. I did not think I would be dealing with a group like Krenel. Could you contact the company? Tell them to call the mercenaries off. I have, and they will. However, these orders take time to reach what is basically a rogue unit out in the field here. Until they do, it's all on us. She's being truthful. She's pressing them as hard as she can. So you said the deceased assaulted a woman. Or he didn't. She tilts her head. This is information passed on to me from some teenagers loitering around the canal. I cannot testify by it. Was this Kuno? Who did the passing on then? I guess I don't understand this question because the answer is the remaining contractors, their tribunal. It's what they believe. What did these teenagers say? That the man was killed because he assaulted a local woman. I've asked around a bit. This seems to be the accepted story around Martinez. The lieutenant consults his notebook, his eyebrows knitted in concentration. Odd. We haven't heard any reports about an assault in connection with the lynching. Where did it take place, and when? Last Sunday night, at the Whirling in Rags, the hostel by the gates. Supposedly the colonel was drunk, maybe on narcotics too. Either way, he's alleged to have sexually assaulted a woman. Sometime later, a group of dock workers got their hands on him. Who was this woman? That's a good question, officer. I don't have the slightest idea. As I said, it's a rumor about a rumor. In any case, it's what the colonel's remaining colleagues believe. So this colonel, the one who was hanged, did you know him? If you mean did I see him alive, yes, but I did not know him. His name was... Lully. His service name, a nom de guerre, most likely. He wouldn't divulge his full name. Only one of them did. A bad sign if there ever was one. Alright, well tell me about the others. One is a man. Cordy, they call him. A nickname as well. The other a woman, Phyllis DePaul. Cordy is the gunner, I believe. DePaul is a radio operator. The lieutenant cuts in. What would you say was his eye color? The deceased's? She closes her eyes, trying to picture the man's face, then shakes her head. I can't remember. There's a pang of regret to her voice. The lieutenant was testing her, asking a small detail first to see if she knew him better than she let on. She passed. That's all right, ma'am. Anything else? Nationality? What would you say was his age? He was 40, or 50. It's hard to say which. He had a combat injury on his lower jaw. It made it difficult to estimate his age, or gauge his facial expressions. Indeed. This matches the dental reconstruction we saw on the body. He says to you, then turns back to Joyce. What else? Nationality? Accent? He was Occidental, I think. Light brown hair, a mixed accent. Orianese or Messinian, maybe? His injury gave him an accent all his own. In a way, it was humanizing. He had to learn to speak through it, through the injury. That's all I know, I guess. I only met him once. So where are the remaining 2 mercenaries now? They've gone to ground, as it were. I don't recommend seeking them out. She puts her foot on the guard wire for balance. For one, they're almost certainly armed to the teeth. They don't have the same respect for the Revachol citizens militia as I do. To put it bluntly, they think you're vigilantes, ghetto savages. It will not be a fruitful meeting. Well, we still need to know where they are. You're likely to run into them eventually. When that happens, I'll be in a better position to mediate if I don't appear involved. Oh. Okay, where are these mercenaries? We're asking ourselves, we're not asking her. 97%. Great. One is obviously the scab leader at the harbor gates, the one chanting the idiotic slogans. He's barely maintaining his disguise. All right, so we know where he is. The other has a vantage point in a building south of the roundabout. They were keeping tabs on you while you were canvassing the lorry drivers. All right, one must be a goon in ill-fitting work clothes by the harbor gates, the scab leader. That may be so. She's poised and unperturbed. I still hope you heed my advice. There's no need to kick the hornet's nest. I mean, there might be. There might be. For all your talk of averting this catastrophe, the situation at the gates is a powder keg. Does this not bother you? Of course it bothers me, Lieutenant, but my hands are tied. How would my employer react if it appeared I were intervening on behalf of the Union? Your concern may be appearances. Ours is keeping the peace. Yeah, I was going to say. One is probably in a building overlooking the roundabout. I think we have like 2 level ups to go here, which is kind of cool. That would afford a good vantage point. In any case, it's practically inaccessible. Where is your radio for contacting them, if I may ask? Do you have an earpiece? Heavens, no, I'm not an undercover agent. There's a shortwave at the ship's wheel. Okay. So how much time do we have? We're on day 4. Until the executions start? Truthfully, I don't know. It depends on their progress identifying the members of the lynch mob, and their impatience. They don't report their progress to you? Not on this matter. I'm afraid they consider this a personal initiative. There's a brief silence. Seagulls squawk over the bay. It's a matter of days, not weeks. Well, that's not very helpful. Oh. Now can you tell me about these tattoos? Okay. Of course. Excuse my hesitation before. She reaches over the guard wire and takes the photo, holds it in her hand. For about half a minute, in silence. She wears fingerless gloves. Her fingernails are cut short and fractured, like those of a working woman. It was taken with a trigot not long ago. This is the man's upper body. There were no more markings on his hands or legs. Let's stay quiet and observe her expression. Her mouth is relaxed. The accordion lines near her mouth vanish. The pearls of her eyes move slowly on the photo's surface. What do you think? Sorry. I was trying to see if I can read the web of interdependencies between these points. The stars. She points to one on the photo paper. I can't, but that's how you read this story. The points themselves don't have letters, numbers, anything. Their size, location on the body, and distance from each other tells you what they represent. say nothing. Port cities on the oceans. This is an Oriani's map of the waterways. A sailor's tattoo worn by wayfarers of the Dolorian century, as early as 300 years ago. The sailors would mark their bodies to map their travels. Well, what's the use of this map? The sailor's soul would use it to fly back home if they should die abroad. This is a sort of contraption to be reeled back in by. The silver cord, they would call it. Okay. Well, what travels did the dead man make? Quite a few. Vredefort, the Orani's capital, traditionally stands on the right shoulder. She points to it on the photo. He started somewhere near here, I think. What next? Then he made his way to the Prato Grande through what I think must be Stadskanal, an artificial channel through the Occident. From the Prato, he sailed to the Insulindic Ocean. First the Semines Islands, then this. She points to his heart. What is that? Revachol. Excuse me. Those are the two constants. Vredefort on the shoulder and Revachol in the heart. They started the tradition of these maps right after the discovery of Insulinde at the dawn of the Interstellar Age. We learned about the dawn of the Interstellar Age, started by Dolores Day, the apparent messiah in this world, of which there have been many. The old world passing by and the new world already here. You said you can't read it. I can't. This man was no sailor, and these are no ports. I can understand geographic fragments, but not their meaning. In Martinez, looking into Krenel, he writes in one. Then the man puts down his pen and rubs his temples with both hands. Outside there is a siren, distant gunshots on the streets of the Jamrock Quarter. This is like somebody's observing us? I don't quite get what this little paragraph is. Vredefort? Vredefort has a military academy. The Semines Islands saw a recent conflict. In Revachol, he was executed. What is this stuff referring to? Maybe it's a record of his military career. That makes sense to me. We have no more use for a map of the waterways, just like we don't need sailors the way we used to. This is what the custom would morph into on the Occident. Mercenary tattoos. For all the boys looking for adventure, a blood spatter on the seas. Certainly grim, yeah. Who could tell me more? Platoon members? The other contractors? Though I do not suggest you go and show them that picture. This man was their friend and comrade. Surely there are other people to ask about the tattoo. This is not necessary to complete the task, officer. It's a dangerous side task. Search elsewhere. All right. I mean, we'll take the task. I don't know. Do what you have to do, Detective Dubois. I don't think deciphering that tattoo should come before public security. But if you should wade into the mob to find out, I couldn't stop you. We'll be careful, ma'am. Thanks for the help. Oh boy. All right. Well, we learned a lot there. We learned a lot. All right. We have a couple points here. We're going to go ahead and forget this one. Yes, our name is, it's Henry Dubois. I'm trying to remember if Henry was short for something else, like Harrier Dubois. It might be Harrier Dubois. Hold on, I'll confirm for you in a second. All right, let's internalize this thought. And then, yeah, we do have another point we could spend. So let's put that into... Let's do logic. Okay. Now we have... Here we go. RCM badge. Harrier. That's our name. Harrier Dubois. And when we discovered this, we were actually given the choice: do we want to accept this name or, you know, reject it, you know, and find a new name for ourselves? We decided to accept it. So our name is Harrier Dubois. We are a disaster of a cop. We did find our badge. Yeah. This is our badge here. And if you can see it, it has a picture of a much older version of ourselves on there. Kind of an unfortunate mustache, but I guess it's no worse than the unfortunate mutton chops we've already got going on right now. Okay. I think we're going to save, and we're going to call it there. Well, we made some good progress today. I was afraid we were getting bogged down a little bit, but we actually learned a lot today, and I think we can push forward with the union members next time, which will push the overall plot forward a lot. In a way, it kind of feels like we're getting close to the end of this game, but I don't really remember all the details, and it also depends on how much side stuff we do, as always. So, how is it playing out versus your last one? We are figuring things out sooner. My character's like logic skills are helping there, and also, to be fair, like I know where to go for certain things, so that just makes a difference, for sure. But my character before was more like intuitive and like learned things kind of by absorbing them, and this character is more like, oh, I'm very logical. I'm putting all the pieces together. You know, the investigation is like a puzzle that I'm figuring out. So it feels like it's going faster. It's been long enough that I don't exactly remember, but you know, the events are the same, but how we're figuring them out and coming across them is different. So there's some good differences in flavor so far. I do know that there are multiple ways that the game can actually end at a couple different points along the way, but we're still in the point of the game where basically the facts of the investigation are pretty static. The differences will come out in how we react to those facts. So, and also what skills our facts kind of give us. I just saved, but we're gonna do it again because why not? Okay, everybody. So yeah, I'm gonna be with family for the next week. So let me check what day that is up. So give me a second. Was that clap really loud? I apologize. I wasn't even thinking about that. So yeah, family is visiting through Wednesday of next week. So yeah, I'm gonna miss all of next week's streams. So Sunday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I will not be here. I might be able to fit in some extra streams before or after that. But oh, good, thank you. I'm glad. Sorry, I was afraid I like blew out your eardrums, but you're welcome, and thank you for hanging out and stopping by. It's always fun to have people to chat with when we're doing this. So yeah, at the latest, I will probably be back on the 27th for a stream, and like I said, I might be able to fit in some extra ones in the meantime, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So. You all have a wonderful week. Follow me on Twitter if you're into that, and you know, I will keep updates on any extra streams there. And yeah, have a wonderful day, wonderful night, wonderful wherever you are, and I will see you all when I see you. So take care. I'll see you soon.